doesn't actually have problems. They're called side effects.
The following podcast contains naughty language and ridiculous situations. Listener discretion is advised.
I was totally baffled by the fact that my phone beeped, even though I was positive that I turned it off. It's going to be another one of those shows. Welcome to Trick or Treat Radio. I got him.
Welcome all you little zombies. You're listening to Trick or Treat Radio, starring the Deadites.
Welcome to episode 247 of Trick or Treat Radio. Trick or Treat Radio is a phantasmagorical spin kick straight through the heart of pop culture, navigated by the Deadites. The Deadites are the world's greatest electroshock band. We destroy monsters, we drink brews, we win championship belts. We also celebrate the birthday of our frontman, Dynamo Mars!
Yeah!
Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you. I found out it's not actually my birthday.
No, it actually is.
No. Somebody texted me today. It somehow it said somewhere on Facebook what my age was.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, that's not good. I have to change.
I have to change that.
I was not aware of that. It was bad enough when I found out about it.
It says you're 244.
Yeah, that's not what it says. I take that better.
We already got Drive Jack and Mark hanging out. He says, my
we did.
boys.
Already? Jeez.
What's up, Drive
Well, the
Jack and
show
Mark?
did
Well, you
start.
got
Normally that's
got
when
nothing
people
going
show
on
up.
down there?
Jesus. Shut up.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
Shut up.
You're going to harass our Finnish listener now because he's not giving you a background?
No, I'm just
You gonna
saying,
talk
boy,
about-
he's there already.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm going to talk about Kostroma, Russia now.
Yeah, big ups Kostroma.
yeah, with mustard.
So it is Mr. Mars's birthday today, officially today. So we're gonna have a little celebration for you, Mars. I know you didn't know about this, but
I didn't. I almost didn't come. So
I know that's why
close.
I made sure I had to pick you up.
the meatballs were flowing.
Did you stir the sauce?
I didn't even go. I wasn't even allowed near the sauce.
Raven Shadow, you're allowed near the sauce every day but Wednesday.
Yeah, I have a card. I can get through. I have an easy pass.
Yeah.
They come in, and I get this. I got this. I got it.
Yeah.
Give me the ladle.
The sauce had an Irish alarm. Went off every time I
Yeah. No, you can't have that. It's a certain way you got to do things.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you, though. I'm going to show you the right how to stir it.
Thank you. On the
Yeah,
boat.
On the boat.
Thank you.
Drive Jack and Mark says, MZ, give that guy a birthday kiss for me.
Seriously.
Fuck no.
And Kex is hanging out and it says, happy birthday, Mr. Mars.
Take a birthday kiss from Kex.
Big smooch.
Big smooch and a kiss. So, yes, so we...
Isn't a smooch? No, it's all right.
what?
Isn't a smooch and a kiss the same thing?
No.
Well, you wouldn't ever smooch with tongue.
Yes.
So there is a difference.
This is a record, folks, for the second week in a row. We have Ms. M on the radio show. This time in studio.
This time, Sans Whiskey.
We can
Yeah, you
change
seem
that
a lot more coherent this time around.
Well, Aries hasn't been here in a while, so you can just check it out.
Yeah, there actually is some in the closet.
It's a birthday celebration.
It's
Go
aged
get
now.
that for me.
Raven Show, go get that.
Can we do it for the birthday?
Don't.
There's
Don't get
I think
him
there's
to
like
get
this
it.
much left.
If you go get it, it will.
It will come back in
No,
his gut.
it'll set up a.
A precedent.
I drank that whiskey.
I thought I could have sworn I saw it there. You have to dig for it.
I left the bottle.
That sounds right.
You may have to dig for it though, Raven
Yeah,
Show.
I
I
think
put
one
some
of-
new boxes in there.
That thing went 100 or so Elm Streets ago.
MZ, shut the door on him. Shut the door.
Do not shut the door on him.
Oh, that is the creepieast closet
Yeah,
I've ever
exactly.
seen.
All right.
I got one to show you on break that was even worse.
MZ closed the door. Raven Chow's in the closet and he can't see.
Careful the.
Candy in there.
And someone touched my ass.
You didn't find the whiskey?
I can see.
No.
You got a
Right.
flashlight?
Use your phone.
Use your phone. You know
have-
how to use your phone, right?
No,
you know you can use.
he doesn't know how to use.
Let's
his
see if
phone.
he knows how to use his phone in
Johnny,
a dark.
make the flashlight come on my phone.
Yeah, you don't have a, you don't have a flash.
Don't embarrass me in front of Ms. M.
You think you do a fine job on your own?
Yeah.
You don't have a flashlight on your Leatherman?
Oh shit, no. I can. This is gonna light it.
There, you got.
Don't do this.
What are you yelling about, Grover?
He's not going to be able to figure it out.
That's part of the fun. What am I saying? That's all of the fun.
We also have Punch Bar Mark says happy birthday, Mars.
Thank you, Mark.
Riku says happy birthday, Mars.
And I'm not going to say exactly what Mark thought I sent him the other day, but now that he thinks I sent that, I'm going to make that happen. So see him squirm.
Cecil Hands is hanging out again. What's up,
Nice.
Cecil? Says, hey all, trick or treat and happy birthday, Mars.
Thanks.
We got. No. It's on. It should be on the floor.
What kind of whiskey comes in a box?
We got Corny hanging out. We got
The cheap guy.
I
We got-
want box of whiskey.
Yeah, right.
Nathan Cotton Coy Vance Duke is hanging out. He says, happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
All the winos carrying it around in a large grocery bag.
Box of whiskey has a spigot.
It would.
Raven Shadow, if you can't find it, never mind.
I might have took it home. I might have returned it to him.
No, I saw it in there recently.
Did you drink it?
No.
Whiskey's vegetarian.
How do I use my flashlight on my phone?
Might even be vegan.
Just go to bed. You know what? This is a celebration.
Leave
This
him
is a
alone.
celebration.
It is a celebration. Oh, you got something?
But it's your birthday, not his.
It's we share everything.
4th of July.
It's a great night for America.
It is.
Because
America.
Dynamo's here.
The fuck.
Celebration summer's coming. We got these things.
We got these things.
Yeah, that thing's good.
Hang that right
up.
over the
That's-
camera.
Hang it up on the mic or something.
No, not expensive. Right
There you go.
There you go.
Oh, look at that. Look how festive it looks.
Oh my
Get it on-
gosh.
Get it on camera. Over there.
We got everything.
For Christ's sake.
It's like a Tallahassee New Year in here.
Nice.
Oh, it's so beautiful now.
This.
Put some of that in the closet. Maybe it'll make it less creepy.
For the people not watching the live show, Raven Shadow is now decorating the studio with, I don't even know, what do you call those things?
Awesome. Fun in a box.
There's like table
Decorations like
placements.
Stars and stripes.
They're balloon weights is what it says. It says it's a balloon weight.
Balloon weight.
Captain Amerimars.
balloon weight.
Yeah, we can't have balloons in here because of the bright lights. Low ceilings. I really can't believe this is happening right now.
You got anything else in that
Look
bag?
at the pail. Look at that one's got a pail on it.
Hey,
Kinda
yeah, it's
hard.
from the boat. It's from the beach party.
Where's
I
digging?
don't suppose there's anything in that black bag for me.
No.
No, the black bag. You put it over your head.
Choke yourself with
This
it.
is nice. We got things like this.
We got
people-
things. We got
Things.
balloon weights.
Yeah.
Did you bring a birthday cake?
The box is only so big. Miss Ann. There's only so much I can fit in there. And that's why you accepted the award.
Oh, Miss M with a cake. Boom, just like that.
Look at that.
Marvel, they make my favorite comics and movies.
It says happy birthday.
Oh, I thought it said dad.
I know. I thought it said dead.
Happy birth, dad.
And an implement to cut with.
I don't know that.
Or
you
to kill with.
And some funny bones.
Oh.
Funny bones.
This is like the best day ever, Mars.
It's true. Drake is my favorite rapper. He really overcame adversity at Degrassi when he got shot and had to do the last 2.5 seasons in a wheelchair. And now he has a rap career and he makes delicious treats.
This is turning out to be a great night after all.
You got that right, Connor.
That's an excellent penis you have.
Oh, see? Yeah. Cutlery. We
Wow.
got some plates, some napkins.
Plates of wrath.
Look at you, dude. Jeez.
Let's get down to brass tacks
Yeah.
and talk about something that makes me less uncomfortable. Anybody see the new MST or just me?
I have.
I'm the only one that hasn't seen it.
Really?
No, I haven't seen it.
I haven't either.
I've watched like the first, I think, 5 or 6 episodes.
I'm telling you, you could probably. I've only watched 2.
Yeah, he just keeps wearing out the Felicia Day parts.
Let's not talk about that.
No one else can watch them. You
Yeah.
worn it out for everyone.
I had to
There's
leave.
static lines where we watch them now.
It's
I
like
had to
Spice back in the day.
It's
right?
understandable though. She's adorable.
I had to leave the chat when Jakey was talking bad about her the other day. But just skip the first one, right?
Yeah.
And the second one,
Yeah.
and this is a bold statement because everybody knows how big of a fan I am, right? Is at least, I'll be super conservative and say, in my top 5 MST episodes.
Wow.
Cry Wilderness.
Yeah.
Now see, that's the only one that I couldn't watch.
Really?
Yeah,
I was-
only because it has nothing to do with. See, what it is that I don't know why, but on my Netflix, the audio and the video were not syncing up, and the video was about maybe 4 seconds ahead of the audio for some reason, and I shut
Did
it
you
off.
stop it? No.
Yeah, I stopped it. I shut it off. I unplugged everything. I plugged everything back in, and I still got it. Everything else works fine. First episode was fine. Third episode was fine. Fourth, fifth, sixth episode was fine. The second episode, it just doesn't sync up for some reason. I can't figure it out, so I can't watch it.
I don't think that, are you
At
paying
first, I
attention?
thought it was a joke.
Well, no, are you paying attention to the people talking over the movie? Because the
No, I'm
dubbing
talking
is
about
really
the
bad.
entire episode. Really? Even during the opening intro song and everything. It's all off.
Well,
I don't understand why.
It is. It's good, and I like them. The first one, I don't know if they record it first. I feel like they were swinging it too many pitches. But that second one, Cry Wilderness, I used to say, and this is another high acclaim for it. The note in Gene Spalding's "Take These Broken Wings" song.
Yes.
I used to say if I could have a button like morphine that no matter how bad of a mood I'm in, I could press it and hear that note. If I could watch for the first time, there's a scene where raccoons are just running amok and knocking things over, and one of them are like, "You're drunk, raccoon, go home." If I could just watch that over and over again. No one else in the room even thought it was funny, but I was in complete hysterics when I watched it.
Take these broken wings.
That is pretty good.
Take.
I might have to
Take.
I may have to strike that last statement for the record.
That's gotta be a ringtone or something.
It's
man.
never not funny.
Right.
In the chat room, Cecil says Raven Shadow sparing no expense.
That's right.
True.
That's right. Corporate card.
We got corporate boat card.
Yeah. This couldn't have cost you any more than maybe $7 total.
Hey.
Listen. Yeah, but 7 times 5.
No. These were left over from his wedding.
I got a lot. Someone's getting a lot of pictures of me dancing.
Yeah.
Next week.
Grease Jacket Beck is hanging out.
There you go. Now it's a celebration.
She says,
Yeah.
"Hey everyone."
That's a good-looking family.
Yeah.
my Lord.
Now it's a party.
Even that dog is attractive.
Sexy, right?
All the dogs.
Yeah.
Evil Corny says Raven Shadow putting out decorations blessed his heart.
Thank you, Corey.
True.
Yeah.
See, I hung shit.
His smoke charred little heart.
Drive Jacket Mark says he should get a job as an interior decorator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they have a show on HGTV.
Yeah, time slot they got to fill.
Was that the one? Was that the one? What about that show you told us about with Snoop Dogg in the cooking show?
Oh yeah, that's Snoop Dogg's potluck.
Yeah, you.
Is that with like
you need to
Martha? What's her
Stewart.
name?
You need to
Stewart,
have an
yeah.
interior decorating show with someone.
Oh yeah, Ms. M, what are you doing? This would be outrageous.
She's not doing that.
That'd be the show.
But I love the MST3K. I think Patton Oswalt as Max TV's
he's
Max.
hilarious.
I think
Huey Franks
is absolutely
Jr.
perfect.
Yeah.
I think he's perfect.
Yeah.
And
He even sort of looks like that. I forget the actor's name. Kevin, the original TV's Frank.
yeah. I can't remember his name either, but yeah, he does. He does. It's amazing. Right now, I'm loving the 4th episode, Avalanche. I think that one's fantastic. That one is so good.
Yeah, it came at a good time.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I think that it.
And the comedy's fresh. It's amazing. No matter how often they use the same joke, or that variety of joke, it just never seems to get old.
Yeah,
You're fresh.
it's true. What would you
Funky Fresh, baby.
what would you say you guys' favorite is other than the new ones? I like
Favorite episode?
Yeah, I like the Ed Wood one. The one with the octopus and stuff like that.
Ega is always good. Mitchell.
It's hard. I need to like.
Manos.
Oh,
yeah, Manos is good. The
Man-
werewolf.
Oh, Manos is good. Yeah.
I remember when they first started on Comedy Central, where it was what was like CTV, the Comedy Network, like early on, and they would show it would be like on for like 4 hours
Yeah,
because
it
they
was
would
great.
do
Like
the,
every Thanksgiving they would do that.
Yeah, they would have a marathon all like 12 hours going on. It
Well,
was
just
great.
the shows too. They would do the Commander Cody, like they do the old serials
Yep.
that would lead into the movie. Like
Yeah.
they had
Right.
set time to fill.
And they they would do the they're not infomercials. The
Interstitials.
no, like the things teaching people not to do.
Like PSAs.
Yeah.
That's one to grow on.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it was good, and I can tell you, from experience, that's hard. Like that, I think that's a form of comedy that people think is easy, but that's really hard.
No, oh, yeah.
So like those, I mean, you're essentially, if you think about it, you are essentially writing a movie-length script.
Oh yeah.
You know, for how many episodes it is. You know, it's tough.
So in the chat room, Jesse G's hanging out now. He says,
my
"Woo!"
dude.
Cody says the only issue with these new episodes is that they're too busy. Too many quips come in too quickly.
Sometimes I would definitely agree, but I don't. I
I think that's part of the real skill or the real talent there is being able to tell the jokes, space them enough apart that you can catch enough of the movie that it's funny.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you're just talking over the movie the whole time, you can't get invested in it. And I'd rather watch stand-up comedy for that.
Yeah, it's also a matter of, I think that this is the first one where like it was like a real live writers room and stuff like that. So I don't know that they had to try it out at all. Like I know they never took it on the road or anything, but like, you know, at this point, like they're not. I don't know. You would think that they would know to give some time for the laugh, you know. But I wonder if the edict isn't so much, if that is an edict for the generational thing, to make. So the problem with Mystery Science Theater is that if I watch Werewolf, and I did a few weeks ago, right, I don't need to watch that again for a couple of years because it's not gonna work. You know what I mean? But like, I'm wondering if their thinking is, well, we got to get some economy out of these sitting here for a while, forever, in their entirety. We have to sort of make it so that it's like, you know, people are gonna get multiple viewings out of it because they missed something or whatever else.
Right.
It's the old. I often, in my defense of Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, people say that it's too much, but I say it's perfect because if I buy a Ring of Honor DVD, I watch it and then that's it. But I can get like 3, 4, 5 watches out of a Pro Wrestling Guerrilla DVD before I feel like I finally got it because every match is a 45-minute main event. So I don't know. It could be just a generational thing, but those guys aren't that young. Younger than me, but.
What I love about, especially the old MST3K, is the quality of the films that they're presenting. Not in terms of the titles, but in terms of the quality of the films themselves. Back then, I mean, you didn't really have Anchor Bay or Image or any any companies like that. You know, presenting
The
these
boutique,
films
yeah.
in the pristine condition that these films come in. It's absolutely amazing what they were able to do back then. Nowadays, it's really not that difficult. You know, every DVD company's putting out a nice clean 4K resolution.
Yeah, I mean, I could clean up.
You know, but back then, I mean, they're coming out with goddamn EGA, you know, in like this beautiful condition, and all the black and white films that they would show, it gorgeous.
Yeah, they all look good.
Gorgeously shot, and it's like, what the. Where are they getting these qualities from? Where are they getting their prints from?
The sets look
It's
good.
absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Cecil has a good point. He says they've avoided black and white movies so far, so these old movies are looking good picture quality wise. It was
Yeah.
cool to see them riff a movie with Robert Forster and Mia Farrow,
Right.
Mia Farrow in Avalanche. Interested to see what other movies they will choose under Netflix.
True.
They
yeah.
They went
interesting.
with color for these episodes for younger audiences.
I wish that I could call them because in being part of Mr. Smartass Theater, I found, even though no one ever listens to anything I say, it's like the Deadites. But
What? What'd you
yeah,
say?
exactly.
You say something?
But I found that the equivalent of the Poverty Row flicks that they would do are the direct-to-video, like, shot at, like, Nail Gun Massacre.
Right.
I think Suburban Sasquatch was one of my favorite ones, and Jacko. And then the opposite direction, I think, Boxer's Omen was another good one, but Flash Gordon and Clash of the Titans, those were both ones that I thought weren't going to work and work great. So, like, there's a lot of interesting potential on that because Netflix gets runs the gamut of, somebody shot this on their phone and, kind of the dustbin of old classic stuff,
Well, we have literally maybe more voicemail than we've ever had, and they're all for you.
Wow.
Ooh.
Good thing I'm leaving.
So I better get some of them in now. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to pepper them throughout the show because the whole entire show is a celebration. So let's go ahead.
I'm like the Olympics. This happens once every 4 years. Didn't my birthday fall?
I don't remember
You
if it
leap
fell
year?
on a show.
Oh, no, you know what it was? I almost died that first time, and everybody's really nice to me. That's what happened that time.
Yeah.
People send voicemails and stuff.
You know what? Let's kick it off with our buddy and your buddy. You've had some feuds with him over the time, but it's all in good fun.
I'm going to tell you right now. I'm telling you.
Yes.
Okay? Because last week I got out unscathed. If I fucking cry, I'm coming out with a side.
I don't know.
I'm already on the ropes.
I think you cried. I couldn't see you though.
I didn't.
Okay.
I cried when I got home.
If anyone can make you cry, it's Ms. M.
It's true.
All right, so let's hear. This is a quick one. Let's hear from Nicholas.
Hey, Trick or Treat Radio, Nick here. I just want to call in to give a happy birthday to Dynamo.
Thanks, buddy.
Happy birthday, man. I hope you're having a good day, and I hope you have a fun episode, and all the best to you this year, man. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.
All right, let's keep it going. Let's go with Creepy Girl.
Ooh.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mars Bars. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Happy birthday, Mars Bars.
Thank you.
Glad we're friends. Glad we get to talk movies.
Yeah, I love it.
And I hope you have many, many more birthdays to come.
Don't threaten
And
me.
hope you had fun today.
Wow.
Did something wild and crazy.
That was pretty wild.
And that's it. Creepy girl just saying happy birthday.
Thank you.
I hate the
Thank you.
birthday song.
Yeah, she made me sound delicious, though.
I do. I freaking hate the birthday song. I have forbidden people from singing it to me. I hate singing it to other people. I would much rather sing any other song to someone than the freaking birthday song. It's depressing.
I feel like you have to give, it's the royalties is the weird part.
She sent people to the gallows for singing happy birthday.
Yes, you would.
They did.
Oh,
and
shit, Mars.
They only brought back porn.
Mars, are you looking at the chat room by any chance?
Nope.
The last message. Happy birthday, Mars. Love you, boo-boo. Michael Koopmans.
Whoa! That's
Coop is
Miss
hanging
M.
out in the chat room.
It's your only competition in the world.
Hey.
What, you want to be competition?
Wait, for what? I'm not sure.
For his unbridled love.
No, you can have that.
You can have it.
Coop asked me to marry him today in public.
Wow.
In
What'd
public?
you say?
Wait, what'd you say?
I can tell you exactly what I said.
Oh, yeah. I knew it. Mars,
Yeah.
you had mentioned this gentleman earlier, and you said that you'd like to get a smooch and a kiss from him.
Oh.
Sure.
Well, how about a voicemail from him?
Either. Well, this go. I don't know.
Oh gosh, sorry. I had a mouthful of nuts. Anyway, this message is for Mars. It's your boy Kex. Just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Glad you're doing well. I hope everything's going good. Hope you get everything that you wish for your birthday. And I look forward to seeing you guys on Saturday.
Right,
Take care. Happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you.
Bye.
looking forward to it.
Kex is coming?
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so happy we're going to get to hang out with Kex.
Andy's going to be at the party.
Oh, shit. No,
Hey, now.
Near the back room in the back.
Oh, boy.
Well, I know it's on the top of Mars's list
Yeah,
of
Raven.
birthday presents.
Raven Shadow, get the tap.
Oh, yeah, we'll get the tops. Hey, listen, I'm not going on the roof
Raven
again
Shadow,
either. Yeah. No one's throwing
I'm
anything
not
up.
boosting him up there either.
Get the sham wow.
Miss M threw me up on Dynamo's shed like Colossus throwing
It's a fastball special. Far be it for me to belittle Miss M's amazing strength, but I don't know that that's her toughest. Like, that may not go in the portfolio.
Well, I'm saying, I got that really quickly.
I lifted a very small man onto a very low roof.
I'm tall, though.
He's very tall. The
You're
weight,
long.
the weight ratio is very
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're very lanky.
Yes, I am lanky.
First time Mike is hanging out. It says, evening family and happy birthday, Mars, you sexy beast.
Thank you. First time Mike, it's like a nickname. He's here all the time, actually.
Agent Nicole is now hanging out.
Hey.
Agent Nicole says, oh my God, best time to come in when Kex leaves a voicemail. Happy birthday, Mars. Evening,
and
everyone.
thank
Can
you.
more people just write words like woo because it's really fun to listen to you read them?
Yeah.
Thank you, by the way, Agent Nicole.
Yeah, please say that.
See, I knew
Agent Nicole left a little birthday greeting.
I knew who it was because we don't have any more shows.
And that's not Joey Tron's handwriting.
No, it's true. He wouldn't leave me a nice note either. Snow's excited to see Miss M too.
And I'm Broke Son's hanging out again.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm a little nervous about him.
But who?
I'm Broke Son.
Why?
A, he's in cahoots with Raven Shadow, and B, he hasn't like tipped his hand of who it is yet. So,
Well, I mean, his name's in the chat room, but
I'm Broke Son.
Pretty obvious, right?
Yeah, duh.
His parents called him that.
we also have another birthday greeting for you, Mars.
Okay.
Someone's phone is vibrating.
Wait, is it?
What's up, Mars?
Slag off.
I wanted to wish you a very happy birthday, my friend. You are an amazing human being.
That's not true.
And
He doesn't know you well enough.
we all fucking love you, dude.
I'm nice from afar.
Inspiring
Some
motherfuckers. Just letting bitches know who's the fucking man. It's you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Mars.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have a fucking cold ass beer for you tonight.
Thank you.
And be thinking about you.
Ooh.
Since I've only been drinking warm Dr. Pepper, that's where I get.
Love, light, and just a sprinkle of darkness.
That voicemail is brought to you by Black Magic Rum, according to Slegop's photo right here.
I think this music is from 16 Candles when Jake Ryan's going through
Oh,
his
yeah.
house and
I think you're right.
seeing what destruction after the party.
I feel like we should be walking to like the Double Deuce right now. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like Swayze. You know, and we're gonna be nice until it's time to not be nice. You know,
My way or the highway.
yeah,
Do it in slow motion, though.
yeah. It's like work out in the yard.
It was pretty hilarious when he was talking between the syllables.
That's amazing. Thank you, Slake Off.
Good.
Hey, can I ask you guys a question real quick?
Yes.
So I was listening yesterday to try to calm down my real life a little bit. And, of course, what I did is put on, my dear friends over at the Cult of Muscle because I love them.
Yep.
And Jakey was away and making out in front of volcanoes. How fucking badass is that?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And Kelly and Wes were filling in with my spirit animal, CDI. And thanks, by the way, CDI. My phone probably was broken. And Kelly and Wes are on again this week, but that's okay. But I know Jakey loves me the best. But someone posed them a question, and I'm gonna let you guys answer it up to the point where, because I think you guys will say what I said, right? Except for me and Miss M. And then there was like something that changed my mind. So here are the questions someone asked them. If you could strike one of these two movies from existence, okay?
Mhm.
Right? Forever. It didn't exist, right? Which one would it be? Bloodsport or Roadhouse?
Oh. Why would I want to do that?
I don't know what's it's a rhetorical
Yeah,
question.
who is this fucking villain?
episode 1.
Can we
episode
eradicate
2?
him from existence instead?
Yeah.
I will rip his throat out.
No, we know Ms. M's answer.
It's true.
Gun to head, if I had to choose,
Sure.
I would get rid of Roadhouse.
Okay.
I love Bloodsport.
I would too. It is a slightly tough choice, but I would have to. I would go with Roadhouse, and we would lose Terry Funk's acting career. If we
Yeah.
struck
Well,
that.
he was in a lot. He was in
Well, wasn't
wasn't
that the first one?
No, he was in
okay.
Paradise Alley.
Oh, okay. So
With,
yeah,
Sly
so
Stallone.
Terry Funk would still be in movies, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And he was also in The Ringer.
Yeah. Now here was CDR's.
By the way, I wouldn't like it, but yeah, Roadhouse has to
Okay,
go.
yeah, you ready?
Kumite.
Now here that's Miss M. Say Bloodsport.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So now here is why CDR was pro Bloodsport. I think, and I was with him. There are a lot of movies like Bloodsport at the end of it.
Yeah, but it's the best.
Yeah, but it's not Bloodsport though.
But there's only one.
This is true.
There's only one Patrick Swayze actioner, and only one real one.
Mm-hmm.
Point Break.
Yeah.
No, it's not the same. That's
Well,
a
like-
Keanu
yeah, it's
Reeves.
better.
That's a Keanu Reeves actioner with Patrick Swayze.
What about Black Dog with
See, that's what they brought up.
Did they really?
Fucking
With
figures.
Meatloaf?
You and fucking Kelly, like
They had
the
Harry
two-
Connick Jr.
the two dudes that saw Black Dog. Thanks.
It played in my theater when I was working
Yeah.
there.
So, but yeah, I think that I don't know. I think I would pick. I mean, I think I would pick Roadhouse because though they are inferior, I feel like Kickboxer. In all the films of that ilk,
Lionheart.
yeah, that like I feel like I could make a
Was he the
B minus approximation of Bloodsport with all those films combined.
I like that I can see the chat room right here.
Yeah, it's just for you.
You know, Patrick
Someone
Swayze.
just said, Ms. M, get violent.
Ooh, it's a matter of time, I suppose. It's gonna be a long show.
Yeah.
So in the chat room, Drive Jack and Mark said Roadhouse. Keck says Roadhouse. Drive Jack and Mark says we could never lose Bloodsport. Cecil had a sad face and said Roadhouse. Courtney said Roadhouse. Broke Son said Phantom Menace.
Thank you.
Cecil Hand says I used to fuck movies like Roadhouse in prison. Whoa!
Wow.
Whoa.
He's a churchgoer.
Punchball Mark says save Bloodsport. And Drive Jack and Mark said the first time I saw Roadhouse, I was a kid, and this older woman invited me into her house to watch it. Afterwards, my dad thought I'd been molested by her.
Mark, you should.
That would
write-
explain a lot.
Yeah, Mark.
Are you sure you weren't?
Yeah.
You know, Swayze did Skate Town USA back in '79. I'm happy.
I feel like Mark should write a book.
Or be on a reality television show.
Now, if he starts every chapter of his book off with Dear Penthouse, will he get in some sort of like trouble? That's how all those stories go. But he is handsome. He looks like David Duchovny, Miss M.
He does.
Yeah.
I can't read anybody's names, but I can see, hey, Miss M, it's Ms.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
If you're nasty.
I think that they're confused because of our accent, though. That's the problem. What are you doing?
Before I forget, Mars, this is for you.
Thank you.
Oh, my Leatherman?
Yeah.
See?
He may need it. He may need it.
Like as a
you
gift?
Could, you
or-
could see
No,
who
no.
it's. You can see who it's from. See on the
Oh,
package.
thank you, Cornelius. Thank
Yep.
you. Cornelius and I are not only going to write a film. I've come out of retirement.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no, the film's about the Wolfie.
Oh, it's not that film.
Yeah. So, Miss M, here's my plot for a movie. You
All
ready?
right, I'm listening.
Okay. It's about a racist.
Yeah. I was gonna say, get that ready.
It was about a racist ghost
Okay.
who also drives a race car, and he's also a disgruntled veteran. And the name of the movie is Race War.
You need to have Corny help you.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how Mel Brooks had Richard Pryor co-write
Yeah.
Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, here's what, yeah. Corny can say those words.
Yeah. We can't say that wrestler's name.
Yeah, Corny wrote it.
Yeah. I can't believe that I just got the Miss M unseal of approval meter from Michael Raven Shadow with Miss M here. Was it?
Yeah, wait.
On the fence.
Are you okay with that, Mars? You're able to open it?
Oh, you waiting for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Don't do that.
Use Raven Shadow's
Sharp
Leatherman.
edges.
Yeah, it's a 4-hour show, but we got to wrap it up.
I thought I could do it. I have like a good. But I'm wrong. I peeled off the postage sticker.
Raven J says The Quest was just a remake of Bloodsport.
Should probably not hand me that.
No, jeez.
Someone going to die tonight.
There's all these bad habits that I have of safety and eating that I'm usually not conscious of that I am right now. I don't know why.
Slegoth is hanging out. He says, I just got here. Happy birthday. Oh, shit, Ms. M? Hey, fuck Bloodsport.
No.
Yeah, but Bloodsport has Olga from Nerds, and who was the
That's right.
the bad guy? Who was the bad guy?
Bolo, man.
Bolo,
Bolo
yeah.
Young.
Yeah.
The dude that cuddles people to death.
Yeah.
This is really amazing to watch.
Riveting.
I can't take my eyes off of this.
I've waited my whole life to hear you say that, but it wasn't.
But not that, not that reference.
He's got a knife and he still can't open the damn thing.
Oh, you got it open. You got it
Oh,
open.
nice. Thank you. I am very excited about this.
What? You got to tell people. What was it?
It's my first show. It is Philip K. Dick's Altered Carbon.
Ooh.
Which is allegedly, I think it was supposed to be a movie, and now it's being batted around as a series.
Yep.
So he wanted me to be ahead of the curve, so now I will be.
Broke Son said, Mars, I threw in on that gift unless you don't like it.
I love it.
Why don't you hand me that knife back?
No.
Yeah, take that thing away from him.
I can't put it away either. This is real nice. Thank you, Corny. I love you, baby. And we're going to run for president. Me and Corny are going to run for president.
Yeah,
You gonna vote for us?
2020.
You going to vote for us?
Of course.
Thank you.
Drive check and mark. So this is like the episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm when Larry David can't open the plastic container. And Corny corrected you. He said it's Richard K. Morgan, not Philip K. Dick.
Why does it say Philip K. Dick? Oh, it's winner award.
Oh, he won.
So I don't know Richard K. Morgan at all. But now I'm going to get to know him intimately.
Ooh. Now we're talking.
I'm going to vote for you so I can be like Ivanka and just whisper everything in your ear. You'll do everything I say.
Well, the A, that's the same as always, and B, I'm sorry, I'm stymied now. No, I'm done.
Well, speaking of Corny.
Show over.
Speaking of Corny,
yeah,
he did leave a voicemail.
Oh, now you're going to hear why we're going to win.
Happy birthday, Mars. I hope you have many, many more birthdays that are good. Wow. Hope everything goes good with your surgery. I hope that you and Kim kick cancer in the ass this time around.
Oh, thanks, man.
And I also like to tell you, no matter who you know, where you go, if you're dealing with your friends, your enemies, podcast listeners, co-hosts, co-captains, you should never let anybody deny you ice cream.
Yeah,
and I hope that you have a big bowl of whatever type of ice cream you love tonight on your birthday.
I have one waiting for me.
This is Evil Corny. You have a good one.
I picked up. I want.
You're a son of a bitch.
Listen, Corny. Listen.
You denied him ice cream.
Listen, they have ice cream all year long in the South.
In your
you're an asshole.
It's
you know
winter.
that?
You're a whole ass.
Yeah. And the best part was, A New Hope was like, it's up to you, thinking that like it was like a slam dunk that we were gonna get ice cream, but you were like you were thinking with your wrong party ice cream to the bottom.
Wrong cone.
Yeah.
Just because you're not going to eat it, Raven Shadow, you got to ruin it for everyone?
Yeah, right.
It's okay.
You don't eat ice cream, do you?
I do. I had ice cream on Easter.
Thanks.
Without Mars.
I know, I was gonna take a
Why don't you
picture.
take a picture and send it to him?
I still haven't had ice cream.
We're gonna have. I have some delicious black raspberry in my freezer.
Yeah, bring it.
Maybe I'll bring that on Saturday.
But that's a weird ice cream flavor to have. Like that's
that's
the kind.
delicious.
I love it, but that's something my mom ate.
Well, it's really that was my favorite. It was going to the Friendlies was the pistachio because my
Yeah.
favorite color was green, and
That's my special lady friend's favorite, and I
See?
make fun of her and say that's an old person ice cream.
That is an old person ice cream.
no rum
and
raisin.
so is
like,
black raspberry.
I've also embraced rum raisin as I was becoming like an evil bastard, where I'm like, "Can I have the rum raisin, please?" In a cup.
You don't eat vanilla. You eat French vanilla.
But I like the
I
swirl.
like French vanilla. I get called an
Like
old
Kexi?
man because my dessert of choice is, when I go places and they have it, and even if I'm full, I have to get it, is bread pudding.
That's a weird thing.
Why? It's delicious.
Yeah, it's good. What's wrong with
It's
it?
like bread, but
Yeah.
like with a.
I don't know. Of all the things that you put in pudding, bread is not exactly not one of the things that.
What do you put in pudding?
Balls.
You don't want to know.
I'm gonna dip my balls in it.
What's figgy pudding?
Fig.
What?
Fig.
Oh,
Figgy?
Fig.
isn't that a thing?
Bring
Fig
us some
pudding.
figgy pudding.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Bring us some figgy
I
pudding.
think
Yeah.
that might be the first
Yeah.
slanted rhyme
I don't know
because I don't know if it's. I don't know if it's. I think it's. I don't think it's called figgy pudding. I thought
It
was
is
fig
figgy. Yeah.
Figgy pudding.
Gotten figgy with it.
Get Figgy with it.
No.
Getting figgy.
Well,
with it.
Agent Nicole says, I'm going to bring some ice cream on Saturday.
Thank you.
We're all gonna bring ice cream.
Yeah.
And Mars is not gonna have any.
You know he doesn't have a freezer, people. You're
Yeah.
gonna have to eat it all.
You think that you might think that she's joking, but my ice cream is actually in the freezer at someone else's part of the house.
There you go. No matter the flavor.
Oh, I just had to pay somebody to clean my refrigerator because all my freezer does is drip down into my refrigerator.
Yes, but now it'll be dripping ice cream.
I'll be fine.
All right, Mars, we got some more birthday greetings for you.
Okay.
Hey Dynamo, happy birthday, man. And I'm in the middle of playing a gig, but the people here got something to say.
Happy birthday from Canada.
Happy birthday from Canada.
Hey.
Happy birthday from Canada.
See ya, bitch.
Was he
Happy birthday
was he
from Canada,
Was
eh?
he playing a Muppets only venue?
Hi-ho.
Well, that was our buddy Rocky up in the TO, Toronto,
Yeah.
Canada.
His song on the comp is awesome.
Dope, yeah.
Yeah, No Man.
That's good. Not as good as yours.
Voodoo
but it's
Sex
good.
Doll.
Good save. Good save.
Well, yours is the best song ever
Thank
written.
you.
Is,
Thank you. Figgy pudding.
Thank you.
I looked
Is it-
because I can't not know something.
And it is called figgy pudding.
It is called figgy pudding, and it's really more like a cake. They're using the UK version of pudding, meaning dessert in general, not not actual necessarily pudding. A sweet is a pudding.
That confuses me then. Then it should be figgy sweet.
The alphabet confuses you.
Should be figgy dessert. Like if I'm expecting pudding, is that fair, Maz? If we're having figgy pudding,
I would be pissed if cake came.
And we get our pudding shirts on that we have, our matching pudding shirts.
shirts. Yeah.
Matching pudding shirts and our pudding bibs.
Yes, that pudding hats.
You know, and it's like
No.
cake. Well, that's not Uberman. Sounds
It's really
anonymous.
like
Yeah.
it's like cake. It's cakey.
Yeah,
Pudding.
that'd be
It's like,
bad.
bread pudding then.
See, delicious. I would go
It may
forward.
be baked, steamed in the oven, boiled, or fried. This sounds awful.
They boil
Yeah, it
everything.
do- it does
They boil
sound
pizza
bad.
over there.
That does
Well,
sound bad. Give me
yeah.
tapioca pudding. I love tapioca
I
pudding.
like tapioca.
I like tapioca too.
Love tapioca pudding.
That's an old man dessert too.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's so good.
Or like hospital food.
You know what? Speaking of old man, it was so weird. I don't remember ever getting this, but I reached in my pocket because I was doing my laundry, and I had a Werther's Original candy in my pocket, and I felt like a total old man. I had
That's
no idea where it
amazing.
came from.
I've been stealing.
Those are good though.
I bet you. I know what it is.
Well,
I've been
put it in my
steal-
pocket.
No, I've been stealing them from the cancer place, like handfuls at a time. Just leaving them everywhere.
Werther's Originals are good.
Just put them down in little places.
Yeah.
They are
See
good.
who picks them up.
I don't know that that's an
There are
necessarily.
tracking devices and all.
It's not
of
really
them.
an old person. You know.
Yeah, I don't know that
Like
that's an old person.
peppermint lifesavers. Now that's an old person.
I just
Or,
bought my special lady friend's pop a gross of Chuckles. Do you guys remember Chuckles?
Oh
yeah.
Because I got fucking sick of hearing like, oh, do they have Chuckles? They have Chuckles? Like, and I'd forget. Or God forbid I went somewhere else. Like, he'd ask me when I'm going to that place that he wondered if they had Chuckles. So
In my opinion, the most overpriced candy ever. You get 5 pieces and it costs, nowadays what a what, $1 now?
But it's equivocal to, like, here's what I like about it theoretically. Here was my very philosophical argument I had with somebody the other day, and that's, so forget about looking at nutritional value, right?
Yeah, fuck that.
A candy bar is a certain size, right? Okay? Yeah. If you put that much candy in a row, right, so it's equivocal size to a candy bar, you know, and you eat that, it's probably bad for you, but you ate a candy bar amount of candy, right?
Sure.
If that comes in the way like a jelly candy like that normally comes in, like a friggin' pouch, like you're eating it by the handful. You're eating literally as much as would constitute a candy bar with each thing.
Yeah, but you could. But you could eat 5 of those jelly candies or chuckles, I guess. You know, in a regular like $1 bag of that kind of candy, and you'd still have plenty left over. I mean,
right. Well, you just actually very uneloquently made my argument.
So are you saying that they serve
think it's worth it.
Chuckles up in that package so that you eat 1 serving of Chuckles?
I don't think that
instead of like 10 servings of Chuckles.
Well, first of all, keep in mind that normally most people don't buy them in a gross. So like the fact that there is a dent made in the Chuckles it makes me a little worried. I think the cat might be eating Chuckles. But I think that they did it for packaging so it will fit next to the candies. I think that's why it happened, but that's why it's good for you or better for you. So eat Chuckles, kids.
Just nothing funny about the Chuckles.
Well, here's what sucks. One is black licorice and one is like a spearmint flavor. So
right.
It's
love black licorice.
And the rest is orange, lemon, and cherry.
Red flavor, right?
Cherry.
It literally, Chuckles, in my opinion, tastes like, I summed it up very as eloquently as I've ever summed up anything, that this tastes like when I forget to take my pills before I brush my teeth, and I grab the can of soda that is next to my bed that I didn't finish the night before, and there's not enough in there, so I grab the can of soda from the night before that might be a different soda, and be warm.
Oh, God.
And I
That's
have
how you get
toothpaste and
ants.
pills. Huh?
It becomes a whole thing. Jesus.
I won't get ants. I wear a condom.
Perfect.
Cecil says, y'all are making me hungry for meat pies.
See, Cecil?
Citier, the French meat pie, delicious.
Yeah.
Meat pie.
I'm thrown off because Matrix always throws me off a little bit, and everybody being nice throws me off. So I don't know how to word this. I want to thank everybody that's bought the comp so far. Everybody's been super generous.
Yep.
And if I haven't reached out and thanked you, everyone that did it, there's a particular thank you that I'm working on. I'm actually pretty well into it because some of them I knew I was going to thank the bands and had found out some of them ahead of time, so I started working on that. But if you've bought the comp and we're friends on Facebook or some social media, please send me your address, and if we're not, send it to the Trick or Treat Radio email. So I would be much obliged. That would be very helpful to me.
Mars, before I forget, Corny said make sure he doesn't throw away. There's a card in that box. Did you see a card?
Nope.
Okay.
I still don't see a card. Thanks.
Just make sure it doesn't get lost.
See, this is why you should
See if it's in the
open
book.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah, there's a card.
Oh, there is a card.
Wow.
Listen, can I donate some money to get the song, and someone can just burn me a copy?
Mm-mm.
No, you have to get the digital goods.
Why?
A New Hope has it.
Yeah, well.
Oh, look at that.
That's nice.
Oh, Raven J got a happy birthday.
We played it.
Yeah, let me go ahead and post this.
You want a little help?
Yeah. I don't know why I can't do this.
Give me a knife.
Thank you.
Mars is opening this card.
Thank you.
It's got $5 in it.
Funny story. My brothers and I all give each other $5 every time we have a birthday.
Do you really?
We give you a card and there's $5 in it.
Nice.
It's good. Yeah, I want that.
It's my favorite gift.
Thanks so much, Corny. Thank you so much. That's really generous. Thank you so much.
Evil Corny, you're not living up to your name.
No, he's not.
Knock it off.
Hey, Mars, man, I don't know if you can bump around and look over here, but Raven J drew something for you.
Why is everything I almost walked right into that one.
It's Stan the Man.
Oh shit!
It says happy fucking birthday, Mars.
Thank you. How does he know that? Did we talk about it?
I don't know. Yeah, I think you probably mentioned it.
I think Raven J has a house bugged.
That's
It's
okay.
in those Werther's candies you keep stealing.
That's true.
Damn it. That's really awesome, Raven J. As always, fucking amazing art.
Super nice.
From the dude. All right, well, we have to start to wrap this up in just a few moments. So we can start talking about a movie in a little bit. Let's see. We have a couple more here, though, Mars. Since we mentioned him a few times, let's hear from Drive Jacket Mark.
It's handsome.
Hey guys, this is Drive Jacket Mark calling in from the Philippines.
What?
To wish Dynamo a happy birthday. Just from my limited conversations with Dynamo on Facebook, we haven't talked that much, but just from the small, short conversations we have, I can tell he's a good guy. He's got a big heart. Like, he's got the patience to talk to a drunk buffoon and give some advice, and I really appreciate that. And anyone who has friends that would put a compilation like you guys all have to raise money for him, he must be a great guy. And I just want to say I'm thinking of you, dude.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
And I can't wait to see you. I want to give you a big hug, mate.
Can't wait either.
All right. Love you guys. See ya.
Thanks, Drive Jacket Mark.
I'm a little worried about the Philippines.
Yeah, is that his friend?
Is that for real?
Remember he met that girl.
Yeah, he met the girl. Yeah, on the.
Oh, that's right.
Like Philippines.com. What's it called?
Philippines.com.
I don't know what it's called.
I don't think it's that.
I think it's that. What I said is better than what it's called, I think.
Philippines.com.
I don't know what it's called, but.
All right, Mars, let's go back to back.
Hot dogs in Philippines.
Let's go back to back with the Australian connection.
Oh.
This is Grease Jacket Beck.
Oh,
my goodness.
Hi everyone, it's Grease Jacket Beck calling in. I haven't been able to leave a voicemail for a while, but I needed to put in the effort today because I found out that it was Dynamo's birthday this week. So I just wanted to send a big happy birthday from the country with all the crocodiles and the great white sharks and the snakes and the spiders to Dynamo.
It's true.
Hope you had a good birthday,
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to listening to the show today, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, bye.
Thank you, Beck.
Wow.
That's
cool.
That's very cool.
December 27th.
So.
What is that, Raven Shadow?
I'm glad you asked, Joe. That's my birthday, Beck. So just throwing it out there.
Let's see. It has to fall on a Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. What's weird about that, Johnny, is check the calendar.
Holy shit, it does!
Yeah.
You might want to check mine, too, while you're at it.
Yours just did fall on a Wednesday, I think. Didn't we celebrate your birthday?
Holy shit, his is on a Wednesday, too!
My birthday buddies.
It figures. Mine's on the 5th, is the next day after MZ's.
Right. Well, at midnight.
At midnight, yeah.
Start a little bit late.
Yeah.
So
we'll go late that night.
Grease Jacket Beck's one of her friends. It wasn't her, right? I might be getting the story wrong. Somebody affiliated with the best-looking couple in Australia, and that's saying something because I think that Dane is handsome too. Had all these beautiful birds, and they would wheel the beautiful bird cage out sometimes during the day. And they came home, and the bird cage was empty except for the giant python that had got in and ate all the birds.
Oh.
And they both took much pleasure in sending me tons of pictures of that thing. And then we found out 12 Gauge, who sent a nice message, remind me to show it to you. 12 Gauge showed us a picture of people off the coast of Australia enjoying themselves, like just jumping off one side of the boat, having a good time.
Mm.
And then there was a shark that was the same size as the boat, plus like maybe a foot more for its like the fin. Just cruising along like they was about to saddle up to the dumb Australian people buffet. And then someone called in and told us there's a plant in Australia, if you kick it and inhale it, you die.
And it looks like dandelions.
No, it looks like this. Oh shit! Grease Jacket Beck says her birthday's next Wednesday.
Nice.
Oh, the Grease Jacket Beck birthday
So,
show.
Everyone send in your greetings.
Yeah, I won't be able to figure out that math with that weird time though. I feel like Mark and the Dane get mad because all I want to fucking talk about while they're trying to tell me important things is what time it is there. Like I'm fascinated by it. I'm like my Grammy all of a sudden.
They want to like talk about interesting things. You're like, hey, what time is it over there?
I think I might have ruined Jacob's honeymoon by just being like, guys, what time is it?
You did say that a lot.
Yeah.
Drive Jacket Mark says, no, I'm not really there. Filipino Cupid, though, is the website.
Thank you, Mark.
Filipino Cupid.
Just telling that we just took it in stride. We were just concerned about what the website was called. Not that
Yeah. No alligators in the Philippines, mind you.
The Taliban's in the Philippines is a bad place too now. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going.
You know how I found out how bad the Philippines is? By watching a John Williams document. Not John Williams, Paul Williams. Sorry.
Paul Williams.
Yeah. Paul Williams was on tour in the
scored
Philippines, and it was just bad. The promoters we're gonna take a shortcut through the jungle, and it almost turned into a bad like survival reality show.
Well, you know what I'll do? We'll play one more voicemail in just a second, just to, do in this intro. We'll get to a film review, and we'll play some more after that. Are you going to be around for that, Mars? Do you know?
I'm probably going to hang, as long as
okay.
Miss M is here. I was going to hang a little longer, but I realized that I had the car and the house keys in my pocket.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So no one else can get into those things.
Keck says, I just purchased the Doe for Dynamo sample download.
Doe.
Or compilation.
Thank you. I didn't know there was a purchasable. Is that a different pricing bracket?
I don't know.
I want feedback, Keck, on what you're into there.
Drive Jacket Mark is going to the Philippines in August. He bought the tickets already.
That's going to be, man. Hope he doesn't die before
August in the
him.
Philippines.
It's going to be hot.
Sounds.
Oof. That sounds brutal.
Yeah.
All right, so we didn't even talk about what the fuck we're doing tonight because we're celebrating Mars, but we're also reviewing a movie called Creepy. It's a Japanese flick. We're going to be talking about that in just a little bit. Mars, you have your hand up.
We need to try to find why. Now, if it was just him, that would be something, right? Like we would laugh and we would make a joke. But and keep in mind, I only watch this on my phone without my glasses on, so I can be excused for the racistness of this.
Whoa.
But I was no. I'm not saying
what?
you're racist.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, never. I love you.
I love you.
But I was positive this was a Korean movie, like that I had read it.
Yeah.
Is there another Creepy that's a Korean movie? And did I watch the wrong film? Maybe.
But I thought last week when we were talking about it, Johnny said the Korean film by dude.
Japanese.
Well, here's the thing.
I know the difference.
Yeah, but they don't sound the same, and it's tough. And by the way, that's a tough one. Like Ricky Dozin, Giant Baba, Antonio Inoki, all those Japanese wrestlers, Korean.
Okay.
Nobody knew.
But it had the Korean sensibilities.
It did.
Thank you.
All right, we're going live with another Raven J drawing here. This one is of Raven Shadow, and it says, what does that say, Raven Shadow?
The corporate card. That's my next tattoo right there. I'm getting that.
That's pretty good.
The corporate card.
Yeah, I'm getting that.
Diet Mountain Dew is okay. Okay, it is Diet Mountain Dew. I've never really had Diet Mountain Dew.
It's healthy for your birthday.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
This is probably real bad. It's probably all the good parts of Mountain Dew with extra bad stuff.
That'll put the abs on.
Yeah, this is like Australia in a bottle.
So we are going to review Creepy. We got lots more voicemail to play, and then I guess I didn't even introduce anyone. So let's do that. I'm Johnny Wolfenstein, the pencil pusher and producer of media for Trick or Treat Radio, the Deadites, and the Grand Guignol Network. We also have the birthday boy, the immortal gunslinger, singer and lyricist for the Deadites, Dynamo Mars.
Hey.
We also have the vulgar guru of horror, star of Blood Pigs and Fetus, one-time contributor for Horror Hound magazine, Monster Zero.
Hello.
And then we finally have the chain-smoking, hand-kissing, baby-shaking, lorazepam-loving, comic book reading nerd, and the official smoke machine for Castle Wolfenstein, and the Prince of Promotions, Michael Ravenshadow.
That's right, and don't forget iPoddy's favorite customer.
Stimident Toten.
That's Stimident Toten.
You know what's funny when you say iPoddy, it sounds like it's a store for cyclopses.
The iPod.
The iPoddy. Don't they the balloons? They blow them up for you. Yeah, they didn't have time.
They got the balloons.
I don't have those Mylar balloons.
All right, I don't got the money for balloons, but if I was gonna hold them down, what would you give me?
Get those Mylar balloons with Daffy Duck on them, and Papa Smurf, and Barbie.
They got everyone over there at the iPoddy.
Yeah, at the
Just
iPod.
gonna call ahead if you're gonna buy like more than like 5.
Yeah,
it could take a while.
Yeah.
First time Mike says real birthday people doing real birthday things.
Thanks, you FTM. Thank you.
Drive Jack and Mark says, I'm used to the heat. It gets really hot here.
Yeah,
and,
it does. Plus the heat will kill you.
Yeah.
And I lived in Vietnam for a while.
Jesus, dude. Wow.
Fucking weird guy.
And he says it's probably going to be some dark net snuff film setup where my head gets cut off.
Oh, damn it. Film it.
Nice. Send me a copy of that, will
Go
you?
live.
Yeah. Facebook Live that shit. It's pretty popular
It's a sensitive
now.
subject nowadays, I think.
That's the one Drive Jack and Mark movie I wouldn't want to watch.
No.
Yeah, the rest of them.
I think he was like fight him though. He'd
That
be
guy's
like,
like,
he'd be like,
I know, yeah, true.
He'd be like Taken.
He'd be running around. It'd be like the Raid.
Speaking of movies,
if only we ever did.
Right? I finally got around to seeing the very first movie that I had a part in making yesterday.
Which was?
Cricket Snapper.
Oh, shit. I
Yeah.
haven't heard that in a while.
What?
Yeah. I did a movie called Cricket Snapper. It's the first movie I ever did back in 2005. I worked on it, and it turns out my scene was cut out. Okay, which I'm perfectly fine with, but I still got like the credits for lighting technician and the boom mic. But man, there's a lot more bondage in that than I thought there would be.
What?
It's got the word snapper in it. What'd you expect?
There was a lot more bondage than I expected.
Nick, timestamp. All right, that's gonna be a sample.
It's on YouTube actually, so if you want to check it out, it's there.
Cricket Snapper.
Cricket Snapper.
It's got more bondage than he expected.
Yeah,
That's the fucking box art, right?
and that's the beautiful. I guess that's the beautiful thing about being
More bondage than 50 Shades of Grey.
starring in your own film that you're directing is that you could be in all the nude scenes. You know.
Whoa, what?
Whoa.
Who's in the nude scenes?
Well, it wasn't me.
Oh, thankfully, I know.
Were you credited under your porn name, or were you credited under your real name?
Starring Rocky Overhang.
No.
That's the best porn name
Oh,
ever.
Mars, Kex has to hit the sack. He says, have a wonderful night, everyone.
my
Once
way.
again, happy birthday,
Ouch.
Mars. Smooches, which actually means kiss and cuddle amorously.
Yeah, see? Gotcha.
Night Kex.
And he will. Kex is awesome.
He's the best.
So, Raven Shadow, think of something to say in a second,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm going to play one more voicemail.
Did you introduce Miss M? No, you're just going to leave it.
No, we did it at the beginning.
Oh. Are you sure?
We always introduce our guests first.
Because I think she just started talking. and-
Yeah, I don't think.
No,
you
no,
did.
no.
I don't think she was introduced.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Hit the fucking tape, okay?
No, you hit the fucking tape. She wasn't introduced.
We're on a professional show here.
Wow.
I don't introduce
Someone who needs no introduction.
There you go.
So let's go ahead and play this last voicemail, and then Raven Shadow, you can tell us what you did to prepare for watching Creepy in just a moment, all right?
Hey, Trick or Treat Radio. Myra here. I am calling in to leave a very special voicemail for a very special person. Happy birthday, Dynamo. I love you very much. I am so glad that you were born. You have been a very wonderful friend to me over the last, I don't even know how many years. Many years. Thanks for always being there for me. I hope you are having a good day with your friends. I hope your day got better. I really wish I could be there. But just knowing that you are surrounded by people that really love you makes me feel warm and fuzzy. And yes, I think MZ loves you. as well. So anyway, have a really good show tonight and sending all of my love. Happy birthday. Bye-bye.
Thank you, kid. Thank you.
Of course I do.
It's not reciprocated.
I have.
That's all right. That's all right.
I've known her for a long time, though. That's true.
Yeah.
Remember that time I tried to break up her marriage? That was hilarious.
How many marriages have you tried to break up in your day?
Of her?
No.
Oh.
In
All of
general.
them.
Yeah, all of them.
They don't always need help.
No.
Case in point.
I don't know what happens, but you don't always need an immortal gunslinger, I'll tell you that much.
Just for the record,
stress and bills, lack of sex, right?
That one wasn't my fault.
Strap on.
All right, Raven Shadow, speaking of strap on.
I can't top that. Come on.
Why don't you go ahead and let the folks know what you did to prepare for watching this movie, Creepy?
Well, I play with my little white dog, Oliver, which later reminded me of the big white dog, Max.
It's a Labradoodle, I think.
It was, yeah.
I don't know what it is. Korean dog.
It's fucking Japanese.
Japanese.
Well, when I watched it, I thought it was a Korean dog at the time. Now I know it's a Japanese dog. And I do some black tie heroin.
Yeah.
And I find a hole in the floor, dive into it, and strap on.
Do you love a scary story? Do you love to dance? The Big Scary Monster Haunts at Midnight is a collection of dark songs about sex, love, death, revenge, and the end of the world. Brought to you by the world's greatest monster hunting electroshock band, the Deadites.
I'm Mike Allred. For the gidgiest listening experience, you gotta check out Trick or Treat Radio.
Oh, delicious nerds. Ms. M knows you like to chat it up with other sexy shut-ins about comics, movies, video games, and your favorite TV shows. If that sounds like you, cuddle up to the Trick or Treat Radio Facebook group, or the FIB. That stands for Fan Interaction Board. Just go to Facebook and search for Trick or Treat Radio and have more fun than a Jedi at a lightsaber sale. Not enough? Watch us on YouTube, The Deadites TV, all one word. Last but not least, check out the world's most dangerous talk radio show, Trick or Treat Radio, at trickortreatradio.com.
I'm Kevin. And I'm Rick. And we're your hosts of the Radio Violenta podcast. Join us as we drink and stumble our way through Italian occult cinema.
Follow us on Facebook.
And subscribe to us on iTunes and Stitcher Radio.
And we are back on Trick or Treat Radio. The cake is flowing, the funny bones are rolling. Got some more Raven J art to show in a minute.
And Raven Shadow is smoking.
Yep. Let's show the Raven J art while we wait for Raven Shadow. Let me get this ready. It is of Ms. M.
That's really great. Thank you.
Is that supposed to be me on her right? Is that supposed to be
No,
me?
you're on the left. On her left.
Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yes. Look at the hair.
What the hell is that? Raven J, what the hell am I supposed to be?
Thank you, Raven J.
You make me look like an ogre, for God's sakes.
It's an improvement.
It is.
Mars, I'm playing the old school sick little me in the background.
We were talking about.
Okay.
Raven J is definitely somebody that I want to be involved in the Deadites comic if life doesn't outdraw me on that one. Not now. The implication there is Raven J is one of 3 artists that I would like to be involved with the Deadites comics that me and Jenny Ismay have talked about, and I can't afford any of them. So who knows what happens.
All right, so we'll go ahead and run down some of the stats here of this movie. All right, we're going to talk about the movie Creepy. This film from 2016 is a mystery thriller, and it is 2 hours, 10 minutes.
Andy?
What's up?
No, this cake is delicious.
Oh. It is written by Kiyoshi Kurosawa, and it is written... It's based on a novel by Yutaka Mikawa and screenplay by Chihiro Ikeda and Kiyoshi Kurosawa. And the film stars Hideko... Man, I thought I had this one too. I've been working on my Japanese. Hidetoshi Nishijima, Yuko Takuchi, Toru Baba, Ryoku Fujino, Masahiro Higashide, and Teruyuki Kagawa. And the synopsis that we have here, this is kind of a long one. I don't like the synopsis here. Let me see if I find a better one, actually. No, I'll have to do this one. So, former detective Takakura now works as a professor of criminal psychology at a university. An ex-colleague requests his assistance on an unsolved 6-year-old case involving a missing family. Meanwhile, Takakura and his wife Yasuko move into a new neighborhood. One of their neighbors, Nishino, has a sick wife and a young daughter, Mio. While on one hand, Takakura is solving the missing family case, events in his neighborhood get creepy. Things go berserk after Mio reveals to Takakura a secret about her family. As the past and present collide, Takakura is not just solving a case anymore.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's better than the standard one that's up there.
Yeah.
So this flick here, I'd heard a little bit about this, but we got hip to it. At least I got hip to it from our boy Jakey Poo, who had saw it, and I thought it would make for an interesting discussion.
I thought it would make for an interesting discussion about a Korean film.
Now, are you guys familiar with any of Kiyoshi Kurosawa's earlier works? He did a film called Cure and Pulse.
Only his
Pulse.
Korean films.
Well, I don't think he has any of those.
Pulse I've seen.
Okay.
Pulse is $5 right now on Amazon.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a big fan of Pulse. I didn't think it was that great.
You want to know how I know that?
How?
I was over at Patty's house and he had money to spend. It was like burning a hole in his pocket.
Patsy?
Yeah, Patsy.
Yep.
And I call him Patty. We know each other a long time.
Well, I just want to make sure everyone else knows.
And he found that Pulse was $5. Never saw it. Me and Chris gave it kind of a lukewarm review.
Yep.
And because he was like, he wouldn't let it fucking go till he bought Pulse. Like he was driven.
So he got it?
I don't know if it ever showed up, but he sure paid $5 for it. And speaking of that, you had the whole Patsy family.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty terrific. I love those guys. I like all of them better than Patsy. And I like Patsy a lot. So.
All right, so Creepy. This flick. I was going to wait for Raven Chat, but he's taking a fucking long ass time. Jesus Christ.
Must be doing something with that Stimidang.
Yeah, I was going to say, he must have that Stimidang.
Maybe have his
flowing.
keys too.
All right, so I guess we'll jump into this and just start talking about it. We don't even have to talk about this movie for all that long. We have Ms. M here, and I want to make sure that we maximize her time in studio. It's very rare that we get Ms. M.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm so happy about it.
I know you are. So this film, first off, I just got to say that this film was, to me, felt like a throwback. It felt like a throwback to like a classic, more sort of like classic way of making film that you don't really see all that often. Raven Chow just laid Dynamo.
Oh.
You mean for a change?
It almost felt a little Hitchcockian.
Ooh.
Especially in the first half of the film. I just felt like it had this really kind of, I mean, I guess that's, what they're going for, but and it's the name of the fucking movie, but a real creepy kind of vibe to it. Mm-hmm. And I love how the story just kind of, flowed through the movie and you didn't get a lot of it too much. What, does he stink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
We have a guest here, Raven Shadow. Why would you do that?
She is so tougher than all you. She's not even bothered by it. She doesn't phase her.
I'm just polite.
Thank you. And sometimes that's enough.
You fucking smell, Raven Shadow.
Well, I brought decorations.
Yeah.
I brought.
And now those are going to stink too.
Hey, I got to bring those back.
I got to bring those back.
I saved my receipt.
Yeah.
I got to bring those back to work. They don't know I took them.
The 4th of July is coming. I got those. No, I mean, that would be absurd. That would be.
This is leaking.
That's sand from the beach. See, it is true. We had these on the boat.
Oh, shut up.
On the Patriot deck.
Raven Chow, did you watch Creepy?
Yeah. The dog, Max, the hole in the floor.
The Korean dog?
Yeah. The house with the guy and the friends when they came in. And the junkies and the stuff. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of things going on. Treat. Ms. M's here. Let's fucking wrap it up.
Jesus Christ.
Right? I mean,
that was amazingly your best review ever.
That was good. Yeah. Now, Wolfie,
precise and to the point.
Back me up or shoot me down here because I, watched this under a bit of duress. I can't. The glasses I got looked really good on me, but they're wicked uncomfortable. So I kept taking them off and then couldn't see.
They do look really good on you.
Thank you. And I got another really small pair that I like, but you guys call me Benjamin Franklin, so I don't wear them around.
I don't call you that. I call you fucking smart and fucking presidential.
Right. So
he was a president, right?
No, he wasn't a president.
He wasn't.
No.
You look very creative. Like you could harness lightning. Didn't he do that?
I felt there was
lightning in a barrel.
Yeah.
I felt there was some like Lynch to this a little bit.
Which I guess makes sense because he's clearly influenced by Hitchcock, but in a kind of more indirect way.
Well, there was a thing that I mean Hitchcock does it too, but I think Lynch does it as well or better than anybody, where he amps up tension by awkward confrontation, not necessarily like physical confrontation, but kind of like an awkward. Mm-hmm. This film had like a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like the scene with the dog in the alley.
Yeah.
The guy was like on the ground and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
that just was like so weird, and it got to like this will be a funny story that we'll all tell someday, and then it fucking turned again on a dime. You know what I mean? So like, that was kind of the one takeaway that I got.
Yeah, there were a lot of scenes in this that actually made me feel kind of uncomfortable.
Wow, that's saying something with you.
Yeah, no, because
not enough bondage though.
No, there wasn't any bondage, I don't think, unfortunately. But no, the what's his name? Nishino.
Nishino, the neighbor.
Yeah. I thought was absolutely fantastic.
Oh, he was fucking great.
He was. That is a 4-star performance right there. That was just an outstanding. Not only was it his performance, but it was also his physical characteristics. He's very off-putting looking. There's something about him that just doesn't look right. The way he takes half steps whenever he walks, it's
Shuffles.
just he shuffles. It's just very, very unnerving about him, and it's fairly easy to point out, too.
This film is like an instruction manual for your new neighbors.
Well, I think it should be. It should be. And also I want to add that I feel that there was a lot of this movie felt like it had a lot of Jonathan Demme in it as well, particularly Silence of the Lambs, because when I'm watching this, I'm like the color palette in this film is very, very low key. It's very bland. There's no sharp
You're
colors.
right, Monster Zero.
All right. The Jonathan Demme.
Takakura doesn't live here anymore.
Doesn't live here anymore.
There's no striking colors at all in this movie. It's very low key, just like Silence of the Lambs, where the colors are just they're very earthy, very low tone. And at first that put me off, and I'm thinking about, I'm like, because the more I think about it, the more I'm thinking they start trying to channel Silence of the Lambs in this regard. And because of that, I thought that it helped out immensely with the realism that was involved.
Mm-hmm.
So this was and
I wonder if because one thing I always liked about Silence of the Lambs was the what the kind of semi-retired and Red Dragon for that matter, what the semi-retired FBI guy does.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of like those you'll often, at least in literature, I don't know if there's a real life see them doing those, like speaking to class and giving lectures and stuff like that. And this guy ended up this guy was a professor. So I wonder if those scenes also made you keyed you. And I'm not disagreeing with you. I think there is very similarities into that kind of Washington palette that Silence of the Lambs has. But I wonder if those type scenes, which were very similar to his name is escaping me. Who's giving lectures in Silence of the Lambs?
Anthony Hopkins.
No, was it her? Was it her that was teaching before they grabbed her? Yeah, it was her.
Yep. Yeah, I could see that. I didn't even think of that, but it's been a while since I've seen Silence of the Lambs. But yeah, the performances I thought were real good. And Cecil in the chat room says, yeah, that guy's body language was so herky-jerky.
Right.
Like he just came across as this. I mean, obviously the first time you meet him is kind of a really, interesting kind of meeting, and he deals with people in different ways. Like the way he dealt with the husband was different than the way he dealt with the wife, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
So it was definitely an interesting performance from him, and you kind of didn't really know. And I thought the whole first half of the movie was great because you have the husband Takakura, and he is basically looking. He's sort of invested in this kind of looking this because he was a detective, and he was involved in he got stabbed or injured, and so he basically left the force and became a lecturer or a teacher. And so he kind of, you could tell he kind of missed being a detective, and he didn't know what to do as a teacher. He's like, what do you guys do during breaks? What do you do? So, he had to ask another teacher, and he's like, oh, research or, look stuff up or whatever. And then, so in his kind of spare time, he started looking up an old case, and, one of the other younger detectives had asked for his assistance with it. So of course, he's in this sort of like mundane world now where he's a professor and is bored. And so he jumps in on that. And I just thought that was a really kind of interesting dichotomy of him getting immersed in, they're kind of going in different directions, where the wife kind of seemed like she was bored at this new place that they moved into and was looking for something to do as well. And, obviously she was kind of fascinated by this neighbor, and, and he's really engrossed in kind of looking into this old case. Right. So I thought that was kind of an interesting dichotomy of how the two stories were sort of separate and then eventually kind of came to a head in a way.
4 minutes and 28 seconds in this movie. If I am remembering the time right, I wrote it down and now can't remember where I put it.
Yep.
something happens in this movie that is marginally inconsequential to the rest of the film, other than that it's the what takes him out of the field, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. One of the things that, like, we talk about this when we talk about the Void too. There's certain expectations for what you think is going to happen at that scene, and they're not what happened at all. I feel like, and I feel like that's one of the, like, not that this film finished, before it got to the start, the finish line, but like that's going to go down as one of the most memorable scenes in this film for me, because I was like, that got me, holy shit, like, that was like a real, like, holy shit moment. And like, normally when you've seen enough of all kinds of genre films, you sort of know the signposts.
Mm-hmm.
So even when they're gonna zig when they should zag,
mm-hmm.
you can almost see that coming. But I was really surprised, especially with like the placement of the blow. We'll say, like, it just seemed like sort of like dickish and arbitrary. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was not meant to necessarily kill, I guess. Like, I don't know. It was very good.
Yeah, that whole opening scene I thought was pretty interesting and set things up really well.
It was shot real nice too.
Oh yeah, this and that's kind of what I was referring to, is that this movie had, I don't know how else to explain it other than it had just this kind of classic film feel to it. The way it was filmed, it just was masterfully made. And just the pacing and the vibe, everything of it just felt kind of uneasy a little bit, even though nothing was really happening per se at times. But it just kind of had this overriding uneasy feeling.
I think that's what it was. I think the cinematography and the score and the title, were you kind of waiting? Like,
yeah.
When's it gonna be creepy? I'm awake.
Well, yeah.
Like I'm along for the ride.
And it definitely gets creepy.
Yeah.
I didn't really pay much attention to the score. I was just so involved with what was happening on screen.
It felt very classic once again.
Yeah. It did. It did. Like you said, it had that Hitchcockian vibe to it, and just the performances overall, I thought they were really quite good, man. This is one I'm definitely gonna have to watch again.
Yeah, the one thing that really stuck with me was how kind of foreboding a lot of the shots and camera angles were. And especially that first time you see the neighbor's gate, where the camera just kind of hangs on it and then the wind blows. Like, that scene alone I thought was really fucking telling and really awesome. And just some of the camera angles when you're looking at the couple, Takakura and his wife Yasuka, and they were just kind of hanging out there at the table talking, and just some of the way the camera moved. There was this one where we were looking at them from the side, and they were just sitting, talking and eating, and the camera was just very slowly creeping towards them, like almost to the point where you can barely tell it's even moving. And then before you know it, you're kind of right up close to them, and then it's cutting with these kind of weird angles where you're looking straight on at the actor, where typically they do like an over the shoulder or kind of side view, but they were doing right on, which I thought was kind of an interesting choice. So
which is also another Demi attribute.
Oh, interesting.
So,
yeah, I didn't even think of that. So the way this film is shot is absolutely gorgeous, and just a lot of the decisions, the camera work was phenomenal. And like I said, that scene when they show the gate for the first time was amazing. It's just such a simple shot, just holding steady on the front gate of the neighbors, and then you see the kind of wind blow and everything. So just something really kind of made the film for me, I guess, in a way, is just the way it was shot, and it was so easy to look at and so nice to look at, that even though at times the pace was slow, you kind of were waiting for that next thing, like what's going to happen next, because of the way it was very slowly paced. So just, I don't know, just something really, really fucking cool about that. And we talked about it a little bit, but the character who plays Nishino, who is the next door neighbor, let me pull up his name.
Yeah.
Teruyuki Kagawa. Yeah. He was awesome, and he was fucking creepy as his character.
Yeah, it was. Like I said before, it's not just his performance; it's his physical characteristics as well.
Yeah,
there's just something very unnerving about just his physical appearance.
Yeah,
and I mean, you add that in with the physical aspects of his the way he's like kind of scatterbrained. he shuffles along. He's kind of absent-minded from time to time. You know, it's and very herky-jerky motions with the Korean dog Max. You know, it's
not a Korean dog.
Yes, he is.
I'm just trying to make Raven Shadow happy.
Thank you.
You know, his
You're the
birthday.
one.
His birthday's coming up on the 27th.
Did you see his
December.
papers?
Thank you. Yeah.
How do you know where that dog came from?
Yeah. You're gonna look around for a dog like that.
He just puts in a performance that's
Who,
just
Max the dog?
incredible. Yeah, especially Max the dog. And I was kind of surprised that they decided to go along with the idea of these people having a dog rather than a son or a daughter.
Well, obviously made more sense, I think.
Well, they're professionals. Well, he's a professional, so that's pretty. You know, that's pretty on point. Like people who like are generally people who are married to their work. You'll see a lot of them like they, you know, he was sort of condescending to his wife in a weird way. He wasn't like, I don't know. He was a good guy, but you know, I did feel like there was an air that she was kind of like a kept woman. Like he was trying to keep things from her all the time, like and protect her. Like he was sort of overprotective of her. And I feel like the dog was mostly there to be her companion.
Yeah, no,
I could see that.
Yeah, for sure. And there's a lot of things going on with the wife, Yasuko, and he should have noticed some things.
And we could have got to a different part of this film, I feel like, if he had just out and didn't dance around some certain things.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean? Like, because they could have exchanged notes, and then he would have, you know.
Well, probably at the same time. I mean, yeah, at the same time he's trying to be a husband, but at the same time he's also trying to distance himself from being a detective and becoming a teacher. But you know, so he doesn't want to dive down that rabbit hole of if he's going to try and
but I'm speaking
figure something out, he might go even farther than that.
Like when
what's his?
I'm speaking specifically about when what's his name confronted him on the street about his wife's behavior.
Right,
You know what I mean?
Nishino, yeah.
Like, and when he was trying to tell her to stay away from them, he wouldn't come right out and say anything. He was like, "Oh, it's just a bunch of garbage."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I forgot it already, but just stay away.
yeah.
You know, like.
But isn't the kind of a thing where he could be detective, but that's the thing where you don't fail to see what's right in front of you.
Yeah, no.
Well, that's it. See that?
Thank you.
Miss M should be here more often.
Thank you.
You're
See?
smart today.
Thank you. I'm inspired.
No, he's not.
Yes,
no, he's
no,
not.
'cause he's a
I think he's
detective.
showing off. That's what I think he's.
I'm just saying. I'm just
Wait a minute. Did everyone else know that Miss M was coming but me?
I had no idea.
Like, I know you didn't dress for it, but
I knew.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? This is how I'm going to go to.
You should have known, MZ. They're
No, I didn't know because nobody told me anything.
Did you read the group chat?
Yeah, did you read the group chat?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Just
and
not
you said
that
there was a
part
big
there.
surprise.
How did
and
you
that
have
was
a
it.
group chat without me?
Oh.
I don't know how it happens.
Did I quit that group again?
That was Raven Shadow's idea.
I don't even know how that happens. That was weird.
It's weird.
But no, but that's the thing. Like you can be a wicked smart detective, but you don't see the forest for the trees. Huh?
It's true. Or the gums.
Look at right here. There's a message that I see saying that Miss M is coming by.
So wear some pants with a zipper.
That's a weird.
I got button fly pajama pants on, so leave me alone.
Put your dress pajamas on.
I got button snap pajama pants on.
That's right. God damn it.
Corny says, "Damn, Raven Shadow's upped his movie watching game."
Thank you, Corny.
It's true.
He's one of your biggest critics too.
And he says a lot of mean things. He brought it back on a day of celebration. Made me feel bad in front of my friend, in front of Miss M.
Yeah, but his also this film had if a film has a small white dog in it, it's going to get Raven Shadow's attention. This film had a really large white dog in it that looked like the Incredible Hulk version of his dog. So
Yeah,
It's true. Yeah.
Ollie was kind of concerned. He was like,
Yeah. What did Ollie think about that?
no, he don't like other dogs.
no, just cats.
Bark at the screen the entire time.
He's a soft cat. He's had big hips.
So about halfway through this movie, I don't want to talk too much about what happens because there's some stuff that is better if you don't know if you're going to see this movie. But there's some pretty crazy stuff that happens after the halfway point in this movie. And especially with, I guess we'll say Mio's mom. That whole scene. There's some stuff I really kind of want to talk about with this, actually. I wonder if we should do a spoiler section today.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been.
Go all in.
Well, though we did want to be finished faster, so if we were ever going to
that's true. But there's some stuff, like the really last 45 minutes of this, it's hard to even discuss because of some of the stuff that's going on, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like if you've listened to the show movie-wise, like the whole movie is hard for us to discuss. all the movies.
I guess I'll ask this way. Did you guys feel that everything that happened, was it believable to you, or were you making a big leap of intuition to say, oh, well, maybe that couldn't happen that way, but I'll go along with it, you know?
It's called verisimilitude.
I was just going to say that.
I know you were not.
I was just going to say that. We are totally on the same.
Say it right now, then.
Verisimilitude.
That's what I thought.
Verisimilitude.
That's the Italian version.
You sound like Ash in fucking Army of Darkness.
You sound like what
Matilda.
that. You sound like what that muskrat and that boar sang to Timber in the Lion King.
It's very Melissa Tilden.
Who's Melissa Tilden?
She's fucking smart. I used to cheat off her in high school. She had really good notes. I agree. It's very Melissa Toto.
Wow, the name keeps changing.
Very Viggo Mortensen. Who's the guy in the Rocky Balboa movie? He played his son.
Viggo Mortensen.
Thank you. Yes, it's very.
Hello, what? Viggo Mortensen played Rocky's son?
Yeah. You haven't seen Creed yet. He gets older.
Verisimilitude.
Yeah,
verisimilitude.
Verisimilitude.
We actually saw Creed in this theater.
Yeah.
Willing suspension of disbelief.
Oh, she's fucking smart.
It's Versace. Of course she's smart. She wears glasses.
It's Versace milk toast.
Well, what's his excuse?
He's just dumb.
Oh, he's wearing sunglasses.
I got my Raven shades.
Yeah.
Raven shades.
No, to go with what you were saying there, Wolfie, you know, to a certain extent, I had to take a leap of faith.
A leap of verisimilitude?
Yes, yes.
It's all jumped together.
Shut up. And
did you throw sand
only
down to
for
make
the-
sure you didn't fall first? When you took the leap of faith?
Yes, a big rock. And I don't want to say why because that's also a spoiler. But,
well, yeah, I'm not asking for you to say why, really, but
I like to know Nishino's acquirements to certain things.
So you basically the catalyst for for what what he's able to convince people to do.
Right.
That's kind of what I'm getting at. I was okay with it. I actually thought there was something else going on. I thought there was...
well, if there was, it was never really revealed.
Well, I thought there was something more supernatural going on, potentially.
Nah, see, I didn't.
At fired I did.
Oh,
and
okay.
Same.
Then, obviously, when, that's the thing is, for me, it was fine. I had no problem with it. And I ended up going and reading some reviews after the fact, and a lot of people were like, there's so many plot holes in this movie. And to me, I didn't get it because it all just makes sense in the flow of the film.
In a film like this, having plot holes just makes it even more creepy. I
don't necessarily think there was too many plot holes, though. Is kind of what I'm saying.
I think, what I just said, I think is a plot hole, but I think that just adds to the uneasiness of the character.
Yeah,
you dig?
I dig.
But how different is that? Is like, don't go to the haunted house. Don't go to the Indian burial ground.
Well, yeah.
Don't go to the descent.
Well, there was one, and you saying that reminds me of something else I was thinking, is that this is kind of like, there's like a part in this that's kind of like a Venus flytrap. But like, why do you keep fucking flying in that Venus flytrap?
Right.
You know what's going to happen, Like, there was kind of a bit of that in this that it didn't really bother me per se, but it just was like, really, again, Yeah.
And to be honest, he was my favorite of all the WKRP DJs.
Yes. He's my dude.
So there was a little bit at the end. It definitely, you have to be along for the ride. If you're not along for the ride, you're going to check out, I think, at some point in this movie, in the last act. You're going to be like, fuck it, I'm out, you know. But
I was easily invested into this movie.
Well, I was too. And I think that's a tribute to the way it was made. It really, you're hanging on every shot, you know. And I was watching this. I did watch this with T-Dog. She was working on some art, and just kept looking up and watching. And then before too long, 15 minutes, 20 minutes in, she put her art aside and was like watching the movie because she was invested in it, you know. Because it was one of those films that you just it's hard to take your eyes off of. And not because there's a lot of action or there's like a crazy stuff going on. It's just, it pulls you in. Yeah. There's something about it that just, it's like the fucking, it's like the Death Star tractor beam.
Tractor beam.
Yeah.
The creepy
Thanks,
tractor
Raven
beam.
Shadow. You're on point.
See, I'm on fucking
You're
this
on
M's
point.
here. Fucking
Yeah, I'll give you a thumbs up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The creepy tractor beam.
Yeah.
Sexy tractor beam.
Oh.
What?
So 3 weeks ago, when we were talking about Heaven's Contentions.
Talking about what?
The show with.
Oh yeah. The tweet we mentioned.
Yeah, I don't know if you didn't mention the person's name or whatever, but I know that guy actually very, very well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just going through and looking through things. I was actually in 2 films of his that didn't come out.
Oh, nice.
In one, my squib stunt work was so bad, I guess they watch it at parties.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So those guys, speaking of funny, remember the TV show The Creeps that Kevin was on?
I never saw it, but I remember hearing about it. Yeah.
It's those guys.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, I had no idea. So, is there anything else we need to discuss before we go into a verdict? Is there anything in this movie that any burning questions you guys have, or anything you really wanted to discuss before we jump into that?
Nope.
Not really.
Not really. All right. So I know we didn't really talk about the movie a whole lot because there's some spoiler stuff, and I was thinking about doing a spoiler section, but I don't know. Like I don't think it's really worth it. It's one of those things where we would ruin it, and really all I'm doing is just want to have a conversation about what these guys thought happened. So I think we'll put that off. We don't necessarily need to go there. So why don't we go ahead and we're going to go to the verdict on this one.
Trick or treat, baby. I wonder if people would say you're a trick or a treat.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
All right, verdict time. We're going to let you know whether this flick was a trick or a treat and any final thoughts we may have. When we start with the birthday boy.
Treat.
All right.
He wants out of here.
I'm not going anywhere. That's honestly like I think that's what I say. There's two options, and I
trick or treat. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much that's what I say every time. I say what I guts to say during the thing.
Yeah, that's all. You don't have to say much more than that.
No.
All right. So MZ.
I like this one a lot. This is a treat, and also it was good to see. Oh shit, my phone went black. Hold on. Yuko Takuchi.
Oh, like like Mars' old radio station?
Yeah.
Yuko Takuchi. She was one of the original schoolgirls in Ringu.
Oh, yeah.
So, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe she was the one who played Tomoko, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe she is the one who gets possessed at the beginning of Ringu. So, so it was good seeing her again. And
she played Yasuko, the wife.
Yes, yes. And this was a very good film. Much better than Pulse. Treat.
All right, Raven Shadow.
I like films that have big to little white shaggy dogs.
Even if they're Japanese and not Korean.
Well, they could be both. I'm not sure. I get his papers. I think he's a mix.
Sorry, Trump.
No, not those. The poor ones. The ones that say you're a good dog.
He wants to see if he was trained.
Yeah, I don't know. Ollie's got papers.
Okay.
He's very smart.
We're gonna build a wall around Korea so no dogs come in.
Jesus.
Okay.
You do a pretty good Trump.
That's not something to be proud of.
Yeah.
You want to know something? Me and him share the same birthday.
Oh. They're the same.
No.
You're working on the same haircut, too.
Ain't that a kick in the balls, huh? Believe me, I'm not proud of it.
Have you ever been... Oh, no, yeah, I hit you with a kendo stick there. I was going to ask if you ever got kicked in the balls, but I hit you with a kendo stick.
Yeah.
You can see the outline.
Wrestling match,
The swelling still hasn't gone down yet.
And you could... Actually, we watched it in slow motion a bunch of times.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
But I was going to ask if you've actually ever had any sort of testicular impact. Because
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Like you read about.
Well, I'm just curious because I feel like with my small man testicles, it hurts. Like
average size.
Well, comparatively speaking, I mean.
You must have a wide foot because you got both of them.
But you have but with your duckpin bowling ball size testicles, I feel like it would
hippity hops.
Yeah, I feel like you remember you hear the urban legends about people who got kicked in the nuts and died. Like that's what I would think would happen. That was a thing in my school. That wasn't in your school.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't remember that.
Supposedly, if you got kicked in the nuts in a certain way, you would die.
It was like the equivalent of
I might have heard
palm
that.
Right? Yeah. To the thing.
But
The
testicular version.
But I learned that in all the ninja magazines I used to buy.
I think I might have heard of that.
What, the palm strike or the kick in the balls?
The palm strike, definitely. The kick in the balls, maybe.
Yeah. Well, when you were in school, they probably hadn't invented urban legends yet, so.
They really happened. They were
Yeah.
All right, finish Raven Channel.
I hear that a lot. If I had a nickel. I'm sorry, Ms. M. Thumbs down. Treat.
All right, for me, yeah, this was a treat as well. I really enjoyed this flick, and I have not seen too many I haven't seen any flicks actually from this director, from Kiyoshi Kurosawa, and I would like to go check out some of his other work because I've heard some good things, especially with Cure. I've heard a lot of good things about Cure.
I don't like the graphic design on that one at all, I remember.
Yeah. So, well, I would like to check them out. I really enjoyed this, and there's something that I just can't explain really that I loved about this film, and it just had a very classic film feel to it. Like when you're watching it, it's an epic film in the sense that it just looks and feels epic, and I don't mean in the sense of like Braveheart or like where it's like epic battles and stuff. It just had this very like classic film feel to it, and I just loved it, and I just was hanging on every shot, just waiting to see what was going to happen next because of just the way it looked and the way it was shot. And so it's kind of a story of two halves, I guess. The film kind of switches a little bit about halfway through. I love the first half so much. Second half, I think, is definitely rewarding, but I feel if it would have kept a little bit more of what was going on in the first half and not had been such a tonal shift, I think it would have been a little bit better received. I don't know. It just seemed a little abrupt. Maybe not abrupt. Maybe that's not the right word. I think it went too far forward and it didn't transition as well. But I also think that that's probably exactly what the director was going for. He was kind of leading you on this one direction, then all of a sudden it changes, and then it kind of embodies the title of the movie, creepy, Mm-hmm. But no, I really enjoyed this. Some incredible performances, especially from Teruyuki Kagawa, who plays Nishino. I thought he was really great in this, and I definitely recommend people checking this out. It's available on VOD, and we all dug it. We all gave it treats. So you guys should check out Creepy. Yeah. And Mark appreciated the fact that we did not spoil it.
Thank you, Mark.
Because he says, don't ruin this one. It's on my list.
Also, cool. I say this often, but even more so ironic because she's here. This is one that Miss M could have watched.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm often disappointed when we go by one that is...
something I will never watch ever?
Well, no. Well, when we go by one that is something that you actually could have watched with us and talked about, as opposed to something that is... like The Void, which you could not have watched or talked about with us.
And I felt good about the 130-minute running time. There's very little fat on this film.
I agree. That's another...
I felt good about the 2-hour, 10-minute running time.
It probably could have been a little bit shorter, but there was nothing glaring. It's like, this had to be cut.
I mean, that's kind of what happens when you're building up tension in sort of a more subtle way by, like there wasn't anything cheap in this movie. So when they were ratcheting things up, they didn't have any kind of cinematic shorthand. They actually had to like get there the long way. That's another reason that I think I might have been tricked into originally thinking that this was a Korean movie, because it was like I looked at the runtime and I was like, fuck you. Anytime I like watch a movie way out in advance, it's like, ooh, it's like 90 minutes tops. It's all real breezy. And then I fucking get to the movie where like it's Wednesday at like 6:45 and I haven't watched it yet, and it's like 2.5 hours.
Wasn't like The Good, the Bad, and the Weird like 2 hours and 45 minutes?
Yeah,
some ridiculous running
that shit's
time.
long.
Yeah,
that's its only weak point actually, because there's a point in that movie, and this actually happens in his other film there. I Saw the Devil. That I sort of feel like the movie's going to be over, and then a whole bunch of other shit happens. It's almost like they had it's almost like all of Police Academy happens, and then they add some of Police Academy 2 on.
It's kind of like
that'd be awesome.
It's kind of like Poltergeist, and then Carol Ann is saved. Next thing you know, you got another 35 minutes to go.
Carol Ann.
It's exactly like that.
Yeah,
it's a good one. Cecil in the chat room says a good subdued atmosphere.
Thank you, Cecil.
Talking about creepy, no?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just saying thank you for something else.
Oh, okay. So, all right, well, that is going to do it for our review of Creepy. If you guys would like to, you can check it out on VOD. Now, next week, we're going to be able to catch a new movie a couple days before it comes out. And that film is from IFC Midnight. It is called A Dark Song. Now, this did play at Boston Underground Film Festival. I did not get a chance to catch it there. So we are going to be able to check this out. We'll be reviewing it a couple days before it comes out. It's coming out on the 28th? Yeah, Friday the 28th is when it comes out. So we're going to go ahead and check that out. Dark Song from IFC Midnight. We'll be reviewing that one next week. And we're going to take a break now. We'll come back. We got some more voicemails for Dynamo. We got some other just regular voicemails, I think, that may or may not wish happy birthday to Dynamo. So we'll be back in just a couple minutes.
2 and 2.
Bomboleo. What's up, my noogies? This is Michael Ravenshadow from the Trick or Treat Radio podcast. All right, I'm here to talk to you about my buddies, the Mill Creeps. And I don't care if you live in Hawaii or the great state of Canada. Let me tell you something. Podcasts are the same all over the world except for the Mill Creeps. So listen, why don't you download the Mill Creep Show? But listen, turn the fans on, all right? So what I want you to do, get your fans on, turn the Hot Pockets on the microwave, turn it up to high, and download the Mill Creeps, okay? Maybe get your boys over the house. Maybe you can help you paint the deck. Maybe you can just paint each other. You know, it's crazy, it's sleazy, it's a little bit scary, and just do that. So that's what I'm doing. What am I doing? I'm putting DMX on right now, and I'm going to listen to some Milk Creeps.
Download the Milk Creeps on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, or milkcreeps.libsyn.com.
I'm Alex West.
And I'm Andrea Subasati, and we're from the Faculty of Horror podcast.
And you're listening to Trick or Treat Radio.
I'm Ruby Burble.
What's up, y'all? It's me, the Yeti. Telling all the ladies that they couldn't be more fine and that we should knock those boots like Frankenstein. When I want to get my nerd on, I go to Facebook and I go to the Trick or Treat Radio Facebook group. That's the place where I get to talk about all the hip new horror movies, all the cool comics.
Like comics.
RPGs, video games, you name it, we're talking about shit on there. And you could not be any cooler if you were the coolest kid in school. Be the first kid on your block to swing their cock over at the Trick or Treat Radio Facebook group. Just go to Facebook, search for Trick or Treat Radio, ask to join, and it's like Nerd Nirvana, baby, without the shotgun blast. This is the Yeti, signing out. See you at the Trick or Treat Radio Facebook group.
Follow us on Twitter at The Deadites, TheDeadites.com, and trickortreatradio.com.
There's a cat in town that you might know. He goes by the name of Dynamo. A long trench coat and some barbecue wings. A real rock star, he's a crazy king. They love him so.
I just wanted to keep listening to this song.
Tiny told me that he got about 2 about the first mention of my name. And he stopped listening. So that was about all I could take.
That song's fucking great.
Yeah, Tiny doesn't agree with us.
Is he ever going to listen to it again?
Yeah, he also said no matter, despite the fact that I was trying to tell his wife that the song was made from his id, he didn't think so. He just crossed his arms and said it's ridiculous, exactly like we said he would.
So, I played an old promo. I played Raven Shadow doing a promo for the Mill Creeps.
Yeah, I feel bad. I hope people are excited to listen to
I
that
know,
show.
But I should have said a disclaimer that show is unfortunately no longer around.
Right. It hasn't been around for a long time.
3, 4, or 5, 4 years maybe.
That show is unfortunately not around, and the bad byproduct of that is that we don't get to hear our who just texted me not too long ago, actually, ironically.
Yeah.
Our number one homeboy, the Death Rattle.
Oh, love that dude,
I miss him so much. I miss hearing his movie things. But
Death Rattle, Arizona.
Yeah, out of that did come, the best 4 hours of my week in the Cult of Muscles.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, it ended up working out, obviously, because we got CDR and another great show. But, yeah it was our boy CDR from the Cult of Muscle and our boy DRA, Death Rattle Aaron, did the Mill Creeps. It hasn't been around for a long time.
They were, if you can track it down, the premise of the show was great. They reviewed Mill Creek films from the Mill Creek, like 50 movie collections.
Yeah.
So and they gave those films much more consideration than a lot of them probably deserved.
Oh yeah. And the funny thing is, Cody in the chat room, Nathan Cotton, Coy Vance Duke says, "I love this promo. This is what got me listening to your show." So
that's
Raven Shadow did something right.
That's what got you listening to this show.
That's maybe one of the only times we overachieved in someone's expectations of us.
And Drive Jacket Mark says, "I've been listening to the Dynamo song in my car at high levels. I get weird looks at red lights."
Okay. Any of those weird looks have hockey masks on? He's not happy that the song is in the universe at all. He couldn't even hide his displeasure.
It's so good.
I wish that I could just change his ringtone to it and they would be doing it.
Oh my god, that would be fucking amazing. Just tell one of his kids to do it.
There you are.
There you are.
I thought my real voice was going to be the straw that broke the camel's back with him, but nope, he didn't even get that far.
It's amazing. So that is off of Dough for Dynamo, doughfordynamo.bandcamp.com. If you guys want to help out and support the birthday boy, you can head to doughfordynamo.bandcamp.com. Buy the compilation. It's 19 tracks for $7 at least. You guys can give whatever you want. If you want it, all the money is going to go. There's a small little cut taken by Bandcamp, and the rest is going to Dynamo to help pay for his medical.
Actually, saw what it was today. You can go fuck yourself, Bandcamp.
I think it's 30%, right?
Yeah, like
is it that high?
I had a fantasy.
No, I thought they did 10. Is it not 10%?
So here's a little inside baseball. I don't. It's because it's different. There's a lot of. There's other fees, like if you used a card or if you use PayPal or whatever. But it's about that. I know. what I get for each each level of purchase, and it's it's pretty consistent versus like what somebody pays. It's when some people have been very generous and paid more that it's a little harder for me to figure out if Bandcamp is fleecing me.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that because a wonderful friend of ours Wednesday asked if there was a way to give more, and I said that you could do more, increase the price on Bandcamp. And I mean, but then I realized after she went forward with that we were just going to lose that money to Bandcamp.
Yeah. Well, that was outrageous. She was outrageously generous, but it's I won't repeat what the ledge said, but he told me he didn't care about any of our music and just sent me money. But he was even less eloquent about it than that.
Yeah.
But it was real nice, and it was like I'm really blown away. Like it's funny. I do look every day, but not for because I want to see how much money's there or whatever else. Like I'm kind of in the position right now where the money is going to be very, very useful, but it's sort of already spoken for, so I'm not super excited about it. In that way, I've for thank you purposes, I've been kind of paying attention every single day, and the side effect of it is Myra and I trying to figure out the Moon Bandcamp math and where everything goes and why they go there. There's charts.
Tim Chuma is also hanging out. He says, "Happy birthday, Dynamo."
Thank you, man. That kid is a fucking rock star right there. I love him.
All right.
Speaking of rock stars, real quick,
Yeah.
I would, not just for being here. I don't often have the opportunity to do this, but I'd like to thank my best friend here for coming and hanging out on the show tonight, and honestly, really at every turn, elevating the Deadites and making us awesome, and being kind of making it very easy for Tiny and I to. Especially now to fade off into the sunset in the sense where nobody pays us any mind at all anymore. But you, my friend, keep getting younger and younger, but still, still gaining the benefit of getting better and better all the time at everything we do together. And I love you very much, and thank you so much for everything.
MZ, you gonna reply to that?
Well, thank you. I was just going to do that. Thank you, Ms. M. Well, thank you, Dynamo, and thank you, Tiny, wherever you are.
Oh, my God.
There's something that's been happening.
All of your success is owed to me. Thank you very much.
There's something that's been happening all night, a little chess game that I feel bad about, but now I don't feel bad about it anymore.
All right, so let's play some more voicemail because I want to make sure we get to a good chunk of these before you guys have to run. So this is from another member of the Deadites. I'm not going to say who.
Hi. This is Jeff Goldblum, and I bet you're wondering why I'm calling. Well, it's Dynamo's birthday. Yeah, and I haven't known Dynamo very long, but I hear that people who've known him 30 or 40 years say he looks exactly the same today as he did then. Old. This is Michael Caine, and I wanted to say to Dynamo, happy birthday. When you get to be this age, if you're like me, you have to ask somebody stupid questions like, where are my glasses? And then, when they say they're on your nose, you have to ask another stupid question like, be more specific. Happy birthday.
Hello, Dynamo. This is Liam Neeson.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know how old you are. I don't know why you're wearing that silly hat. But what I do know is that my iPhone has a calendar in it, and it says here that it's your birthday. If it's not your birthday, then I will find Siri, and I will kill her.
Oh, that's excellent.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
That's the best.
Thank you.
Oh, Dynamo.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Ted Levine.
Ted Levine's here,
This
too.
is Ted Levine talking to you.
Hey, wow.
I just want to wish you a very happy birthday.
Thank you.
If only Larry
Fine called,
were here. Yeah.
Larry Fine's on vacation.
God damn it!
damn it.
That's too bad because I was going to ask for Larry Fine doing Rapungi Vice again. That's okay.
Rapungi.
I just wanted to wish you a very happy birthday.
Thank you.
And I was going to get you a new shirt. Are you a size 14?
I am a big fat person.
You are a big fat person.
Oh, you're a great big fat person.
Oh, wait.
And I see you're having trouble with your phone. You could use my phone. There you go.
Oh, shit.
He actually pantomimed giving me his phone. It's commitment.
It's fucking radio magic, right?
It's Ted Levine, you know. You got you got to go Ted, or you got to go all in on Ted.
Yeah, once you go Ted, you never go back.
That's right. Yeah.
Once you go Ted, you're not going to be dead. That doesn't even make sense. Nope. I'm going to play another voicemail.
0% sense.
Hey, friends. This is Mark Sheets, and I'm here with my wonderful wife, Alicia.
Hello.
And we wanted to say happy birthday, Mars.
Happy birthday.
And in your honor, we wrote a song. I think you'll dig it. Okay, so we're ready. Me. And a 1 and a 2, and it's your birthday, Mars. So what do you say? Get on a train and head to PA. We'll take you out and get you drunk. Then we'll take you home, and then we'll
make you tacos because we love you.
Well, I was going to say, fuck. It's his birthday. Whatever he wants.
Thank you.
Dynamo, happy birthday, my friend. We love you, and I hope we get to see you very soon, my friend. And everybody else up there, take care and keep on punching.
Thank you. Thank you, Punch Family. I love you guys.
That was a great song.
Yeah, those guys are awesome.
Man, that's my jam.
Yeah, those guys are nice.
All right, let's hear.
I can't believe that, like, with how much like family those guys are. I can't believe that it hasn't been a year since I've met them. Like, I feel like I've
Yeah, it's coming up. I think was it June or something?
It was June. I think it was June. Yeah, it was right. Yeah, it was right after my special lady friend's birthday. Like,
It was the beautiful Connecticut.
No, that's called Springfield, sir. Thank you.
I feel it's the same thing.
Close.
They both kind of suck, right? They're both like bathroom breaks. On the
Once
way
you
to
get
go
past
somewhere else.
Auburn, it's all fucking Connecticut.
Parts of Connecticut are fine.
Sucks.
At least there's places to eat in Connecticut.
Yeah,
That's true.
right.
That's fair.
Springfield, fuck it.
Not even a fucking like Abdow's.
There's one fucking restaurant in Ernie Hudson.
Ernie
stole
Hudson.
our
Ernie Hudson.
seats.
Yeah, him and his midget manager.
Oh, Jesus. All right, let's go to another voicemail.
Hey, Trick or Treat Radio. This is Jeremy.
Hey, dude.
How you boys doing?
Okay.
Hey, Dynamo.
Hey.
Happy birthday, you beautiful motherfucker.
Thank you.
I just left the interview just now, guys. I hope I got the job.
Good. Congratulations. We hope so, too.
Desperately needed. Got a job now, but the job is moving, and I cannot move that way. And I should rather be closer to town. I'm tired of driving about 45 minutes to work.
Yeah.
I think Wolfie knows all about that shit.
Oh, yeah.
But back to Dynamo's birthday. Dynamo, listen, man, I love you a whole bunch.
Thanks, man.
You're one of my favorite people in the world.
No.
We got married up there on the stage at Deadites show, and I talked to you about it, and you were so gracious about it and so excited about it. It really pumped me up, and it made me feel good inside. And I owe all you guys a lot. And Mars, I owe you a ton, man, because really made life a lot better. Ever since I asked Joanna to marry me, and she said, yeah, on that stage, man. I'm so happy to know you, man. You're such a great person.
Thank you.
And I could definitely consider you a brother of mine.
I agree.
And I hope you have a great birthday today. I hope you guys both. I hope you guys have a great show.
Thank you.
Keep your fingers crossed for me about this job.
I will, man. I will.
Use it. And you guys keep on kicking ass. You guys always do. You do it every week. I might not always post it. I might not always leave feedback like I used to, but man, I'm still fucking here. I'm still listening. I'm still loving
I love it,
man. So I love you guys. And Dynamo, once again, happy birthday.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you.
I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
That's
Awesome.
real nice.
Cool.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Yeah, I feel like you
Really
would have
sweet,
said
man.
like, Like the only disingenuous thing that was in that voicemail was he didn't say, and fucking Chow Daddy was ruined everything.
Yeah.
Chow Daddy made everything better.
Chowdy Daddy.
We can't use any of the pictures.
Yeah, thanks.
I was gonna invite Chow Daddy to come here tonight, but I didn't want to do that to you.
Thank you so much, Jeremy. Jeremy of one show that I can't imagine isn't great, but I haven't had the chance to listen to it yet, and that's the Cabal Corner, and then of course the awesome Atomic Age Media. So,
and good luck on that job search there, Jeremy. Hope that works, man. All right, we got we'll do a few more here, and then we'll let you guys go. But we heard from Riku. I don't know if this is a birthday greeting, but it's a short one, so let's hear from Riku.
Hey, Trick or Treat Radio. It's Rico. So I tried the sleep tips. It didn't really help, although I didn't try the drinking one because I didn't want to go to work with a hangover.
You would have went to bed.
Came from the heart. Thanks, guys. My sleep schedule is starting to get better.
Good.
I'm going to bed at like 11:30 to 12 rather than 1:30 to 2.
Yep.
And believe me, when you wake up at 5:30 in the morning, that makes a big difference.
No doubt.
Anyway, what kind of weird stuff do you like on your burger? Like, I've had a burger with no cheese and peanut butter on it.
Yeah, me too. That was what I was gonna say. That was my answer.
Fuck, that was my. You had on a burger.
That was my
I
answer.
got burgers on the brain tonight. Sorry. Well, anyway, bye.
That's my answer right there.
Peanut butter?
Yeah, I've
never
had peanut
that.
butter and bacon
That sounds delicious.
at Red Rock. I'll bring you there.
Don't put peanut butter on MZ's on his burger. He'll die.
No.
So a dear friend of ours, I won't say her last name, but she is was a classmate of yours, Wolfie, and her name is
Is it the robot?
No. She's not talking to me again, and I'm positive why this time.
Okay.
Her name is Ruth, and
yep.
She said, "Is there any peanut allergies at the party?" And I said, "Well, no."
No, because you didn't invite him.
Yeah,
I'll just be the boy. I'll just be the boy in the plastic bubble. That's all.
Well, I thought about it for a second, and my special lady friend was like, "You know that your nieces and nephews have peanut allergies." I go, "Yeah, but they're smart enough to know what they're not supposed to eat." Monster Zero will be a chalk outline by the time you get the pin the tail on the donkey.
In the chat room, Drive Jack and Mark said, "Chow Daddy made my life better."
See that? See that?
Does anyone else have any interesting toppings for a burger?
Not really. I mean, it works, right? Like
Mars
cheese,
had
bacon.
Mars had an egg on his last week, right?
Yeah, that was delicious.
He did.
Yeah.
I've had coleslaw.
Coleslaw.
Oh, is that good?
I bet you that's
Delicious barbecue and coleslaw.
Oh,
and
man.
bacon.
Know what my favorite burger is? They actually, I discovered it at a chain, but I make it myself now. And it's actually not as good with the type of I've tried to do it with chicken, and I've also tried to do it with if I've had a tuna steak burger, and that is a big slathering in teriyaki, and then put it with a big thick slice of pineapple.
Oh yeah. Red Robin does that.
Yeah. Big Kahuna burger.
Mine is better than. I'll tell you this right now. Mine's much better than the Big Kahuna burger.
Actually, that's called. I forget what it's called because I order it there all the time. That burger.
Yeah, it's not the Big Kahuna.
It's not Big Kahuna. I call it that though. I forget what it's called.
I'm trying to think of. For me, I guess to most people this would probably be weird, but
kale.
Shut up.
Kale on a
put kale
veggie
on
burger.
on my portobello mushroom burger.
Yes.
Kale parmesan.
By the way, I turned your mic off, Raven.
I know you did. I've seen it enough. I know what you're doing.
And you don't top it with ketchup. You top it with hippie sauce.
Turn his mic off.
No, I was gonna say was eggplant bacon.
Ew.
Oh. Is that real bacon though?
No, it's not fucking real bacon.
Of course it's not real bacon.
Why call it bacon?
Thank you.
It's faking.
Faking, yeah.
We had faking in
Just
New
like
Jersey, and that shit was not good.
Fried eggplant? Is it sautéed eggplant?
No, it has the texture and the feel of bacon.
Now,
but it's
bacon
eggplant.
Bacon is a particular that's my question though. Is bacon because it's turkey bacon, right? So it doesn't mean that it's
right. It's just to let folks know what it. You know, if you just say like
well, to
eggplant
that end,
you know.
When you cook bacon, right? The thing that makes meat bacon, or maybe
Okay, this is what I don't
is the
know.
fat content. Because when you cook it, you don't necessarily have to put fat in the pan to cook it, right? But you can't do that with eggplant and get that texture. So I'm wondering how they prepare the eggplant to get the texture.
Well, that I don't know.
It's probably bad.
Well, why don't you find that out?
Yeah, it's done with magic.
Why are you gonna put it in a box, Johnny?
Put what in a box?
It's probably
Bacon.
with Mountain. When did they just start spelling fucking Mountain? By the way, did I miss this whole thing?
They've been doing that for years.
Yeah.
Wait, that's not spelling.
But it's
mountain.
not. But it's not Mount. Like it's not the abbreviation for Mount. It's It's like what
It's
the guy
it's
says
the
at the beginning of that Def Leppard song.
But it's the abbreviation for mountain.
No, it's not. The abbreviation for Mountain is MT, sir.
No, that's Mount.
I don't choose next, Johnny.
Jack and Mark says, I made a leftover KFC burger at about 3 a.m. this morning.
Nice.
Just tear the chicken off, put it on a bun, some cold potato, and gravy. You've got a great meal.
Yeah,
There
I'd
you
eat
go.
it. I'd eat that.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, that sounds good right now.
And,
I'm in the mood for that.
Nathan Cotton Coy Vance Duke says bacon is the most overrated food there is.
Sir.
I like.
Yeah, this
I
is from
enjoy
the dude that
bacon.
puts fucking egg
However,
sandwiches in his pocket, though. Don't listen to anything that dude
I have
says about
to. I
food.
kind of have to agree with that statement. I don't need everything in my life
Yeah.
to have bacon in it.
That place across
Chocolate
from
covered
the
bacon.
I say this. Meanwhile,
Bacon covered bacon.
I bake bacon pecan chocolate chip cookies, and they're tremendous. But that's the one weird thing I put.
that
bacon
place
in.
across the street from the Cove. That's all bacon.
I
Apparently.
haven't got in there yet.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah, you brought two vegans
vegetarians.
or vegetarians.
Yeah, some of them dummy.
Yeah,
That was
no,
pretty
bacon.
good.
Bacon is overrated. It really is.
Well, don't
It's
listen to anything-
delicious. It's delicious. I love it, but
Don't listen to anything Cody says. That dude puts egg sandwiches in his pocket and brings them into the movies.
I love that dude.
I do too, but like that's fucking weird, right? Not
Hey,
egg
teach-
salad.
teach their own.
But like
I wonder
egg
if those egg
McMuffins.
sandwiches in his pockets have bacon on it.
I don't know.
By the way, MZ, you'll be happy to know I have a meal in the fridge. I didn't eat it today, but it has kale in it. So you'll be very happy to know that I made it myself.
Yes, I'm very happy. Thank you for telling me.
Until I started hanging out with you, I thought kale was a kind of fish.
I love kale.
Me too.
Do you actually like kale?
Do I? Yeah, I do.
I do too,
Yeah.
but a lot of people eat it and they don't like it.
Look, let me tell you something. Where I work, we get cases of the stuff. Okay.
Yep.
So if you need any kale, just let me know.
Yeah,
okay.
give me a few
I
bags.
will always take kale.
We get them by the case. Big fucking cases, like 15, 20-pound cases of fucking kale.
Wow, that's a lot of kale.
Yeah.
It's not very heavy.
No, right?
By the way, Monster Zero works at the world's predominant kale producer. It's called.
That's
Kale.
right.
It's called Kale or Be Kaled.
Kalopectate.
First time Mike said Hardee's had a Philly cheesesteak thick burger with cheesesteak and the fixings over a burger. Tasty.
Oh my god.
Was there any kale on it?
Oh,
Heart attack.
another thing Red Rock has that they probably took off because I literally almost died at the table eating it. It was a super pork barbecue burger, and it was burger somewhere
Super
in there.
pork?
And then it was smothered in pulled pork, and then baked beans on it.
Ooh, I like baked beans on a burger. That sounds good.
I do too.
That's different.
You know what? This is a different conversation, and we should end this after that so we can get on to the other voicemail. But MZ would know because he and I had gone to Spike's Junkyard Dogs a bunch.
Yeah.
So they do have burgers, but their specialty is hot dogs.
Right.
Spaghetti.
And they'll put on almost anything. There's so many fucking different
Yeah.
variations.
That's very true.
There's like a pizza burger.
Yep.
They'll put marinara, mozzarella, and pepperoni on it. There's the Junkyard Dog, which has, I mean, I guess it's not that weird. It's kind of like a Chicago dog. And what was the weirdest one you had? Do you remember?
Oh God, you know it's been so long.
It was like a
since I've been
Texas
there.
Ranger. They had like baked beans, bacon.
It's on that Chuck Norris.
They
Yeah,
got
Chuck
like
Norris.
25 different types of
dogs.
hot dogs
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
It's absolutely insane.
If I go to Coney Island, I get baked beans and I have a dog with sauce, and I put the baked beans on the dog with sauce.
Nice.
Coney
delicious.
Island. I love Coney Island.
I love Coney Island. Nathan Cotton Coy Vance Duke says, please don't be jealous of my movie theater egg sandwiches, Dynamo.
I am
They
jealous.
are so good.
I am jealous of the Ebola syndrome that you have going on from taking that stuff. And you know what? And he mentioned this on the show, But he's super handsome, so those jeans are probably fucking really tight. Those aren't like big Dynamo fucking pull out a whole bunch of like a million balloon strings in the fucking wallet and a glasses case and still have room. Like those are probably fucking compressed.
Those are very flat egg sandwiches.
Yeah.
All right, we have a couple more to play before you guys take off. Let's play this one here. I don't know what the content is, but this is from Raven J.
Nice.
Artist extraordinaire.
Hey guys, I just saw your post about what song you would come out to if you were a wrestler.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I have a different answer for different times in my life. Back when I first started watching wrestling, like 92-ish or 4, somewhere around there. I thought Smoking by Boston would have been cool to come out to, but I think because Barry Windham had a similar song to that. But anyway, and then later in like the early 2000s, I thought Rubber Doll Opus by the Lords of Acid would have been cool.
That's a good one.
And what was cooler is they released a non-lyrical version of it, or I don't know how you would say that, just the instrumental. So that was even cooler. And I actually did go and train for roughly a month before I got a concussion.
Ooh.
So this was back in like 2007. So back then, I thought The Prayer by what's their name?
Block Party.
Blocks.
Yeah.
Block Party.
Shit, I can't remember their name anymore.
I know that
think of it in a
because
second, but
I almost came
I
out
thought
to
that
The
song would
Prayer.
have been cool, and that was kind of inspired by Samoa Joe, because like when he'd come on Ring of Honor, they had like those weird things.
They had the Godzilla
that covered the
March.
guardrails, and people would like
right.
tap, like slam
They
their hands
do.
against them, and like
Yeah.
Anyway, his intro, they would do that a lot. So I thought that song itself actually has like this really cool clap. So I thought it'd be cool for fans to clap it. Anyway, so that was my other one. So now I got a question for you guys. What's your favorite song now? Or a couple? Mine's like, I think mine's Braun Strowman right now. Anyway.
No!
All right, have a good show, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.
I am putting a moratorium on any mention of Braun Strowman on this show.
My answer remains the same. It's still Powers by Black Alicious.
That I listened to that track, and that is
that
perfect for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like that when I'm feeling down, I just walk around and play it in my head, and I'm like, yeah.
when you come out with the Deadites, and we'll change it, but the one I originally gave you is the one that I wanted to give myself, but I never felt cool enough to have it, and that was that Muse song there.
Ooh.
Wasn't Stockholm Syndrome.
So good.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, I never like that. I felt that was way too cool for me. Mine was, and never. It almost changed once when I was gonna come back after I broke my ankle and Tiny had stopped wrestling. I had made, and my friend the Beastnik, I think helped me make it. We had took 99 Problems, the instrumental version of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And put Midnight Riders lyrics over it. But that would have lasted like one match, and I would have been like, this is still too cool for me. And I would have come out to Self, It All Comes Out in the Wash, which was my theme forever. Every professional wrestling match I had on both ends of my wrestling career, I came out to Self, It All Comes Out in the Wash.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is not a very tough sounding song.
Favorites? I guess we'll do real quick. Everyone pick a favorite. I think he means favorite
Contemporary?
actual contemporary wrestling theme.
I don't think I have one.
I
do have one.
Okay, what is it?
Roppongi.
I didn't want to take it.
Roppongi
That was
Lights.
mine, goddamn you.
Roppongi. Roppongi
You can
Nights.
choose the same one. That's fine. What was the? Oh man, what was the one I just?
Okada's is pretty.
I gotta
fucking
say,
good.
I dig. Yeah, Okada's is good. I dig. Aleister Black's new theme. I think it fits him well.
Aleister Black makes me furious.
Why? Tommy End.
It's Tommy End.
I like Shinsuke Nakamura's.
God damn it.
Oh man, that
God
is a good
damn
one.
it.
That is a good one.
That's what I wanted to pick.
Well, you can still pick it.
Oh.
Rain Shadow, pick it.
All right, well, I want to be, different.
So
you're already different enough.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Listen, it's fucking unique. I'm getting a message.
What just happened?
So we just.
I'm getting a message.
We have a voicemail from him. I'm going to play it a little bit later.
Nakamura.
Okay.
Nakamura call?
Yeah.
But we just got a written email, Dynamo, and it's from Lucha Josh, and he says, "Holy shit! I just saw that it's Dynamo's birthday. Happy birthday, Dynamo! Hope you have the best one yet."
This spot's been nice.
Yes. Man, I don't know if we could make the earlier part of the day better, but
I'm still dancing to Powers in my head right now.
All right, 2 more voicemails. So let's hear from Monster Churro.
Excuse me, fellas. How's it going? It's your friendly neighborhood Monster fucking Churro here again. And, sorry, I was just blowing my nose and clearing my throat.
Get better, sir.
I was so choked up from last week's episode. Literally cried a river. Anyways, I just wanted to say that, I guess I'm saying stuff right now, but I don't have anything to say. I guess I got something to wish, and that would be for my boy, Dyna Bro, Mars Bars, just a wonderful and tricky birthday, and happy birthday to you, you knucklehead.
Thanks.
And to all the other folks sitting around the trick-or-treat table, I just wanted to say that you're lovely. I mean, nothing will be as lovely as any one of Raven Shadow's spectacular shirts, but
Thank
you
you.
know what I'm saying. I mean, they're all smoking.
True.
Anyways, boys, Toodles, and again, Mars Bars, the Milky Way loving, the Three Musketeers chewing, knucklehead. Happy fucking birthday.
Thank you.
Toodles.
You know, I won't out him. But out of all my illegitimate children that were running around that comic shop, he turned out okay.
Yeah.
Fabio Frizzi, love him the most, but not so much.
He turned out okay. I saw he got some
license.
certificate.
Yeah, dude's fucking...
He's an arborist now.
Yeah, no, he's awesome.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's pretty cool.
No, he turned out fine. He's just, I was right back and watched
a rough patch in the middle there. But
Yeah.
I went back and watched all those.
True.
I went back and watched all those crypto casts. He certainly took a few years off Tiny's life.
Well, we can play that. You want to play it on the? You know what?
Only if Larry Fine sings at least one bar.
Oh, come on.
I'll get that queued up. But there's one more voicemail I want to play, and then
we're gonna leave.
Yeah, and then you guys got to take off.
She doesn't even know she's taking me yet.
I was pretty aware. That's why I'm still here.
Well, no, I'm going home with you. That's the part. You don't understand.
Oh.
Get the couch ready because you're sleeping on it.
Oh. All right. So this last one, I think you'll recognize the voice when you hear it.
I don't know. I am old.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Captain Dynamo. Happy birthday to you.
Dynamo, I'll send that to you so you can play it on a loop.
Thank you. That's my new ringtone. I think that you got me and Captain PJ messed up there. That's how that was.
Well, you're not wearing your captain's hat today.
Not.
It doesn't work as well without that hat.
The irony is I didn't get it because I didn't have the keys, so I couldn't get out of the car. But
Now
I do
you
have
have the keys.
But I do have the keys. I still didn't get the hat. Maybe that's how I ended up with the
That's why,
keys.
yeah, because you're gonna get the hat.
I'm not sure.
All right, so I think what we'll do is we'll play Roppongi Vice in the background.
Play us out.
Yeah, while these two leave, and you guys, first, Ms. M, thank you so much for
having
coming
me.
in, and it's always a pleasure to see you. First of all, but to spend some time with you is always a joy. So, and I'm glad you could join us on this special day while we celebrate Mars's birthday. So, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And real quick, thank you for all the amazing birthday wishes, everybody. And I just want to say I'm sorry for bailing so often lately. It is any one of you would do it too, but please don't think it is out of any lack of respect or appreciation from every single one of you, because the best part of this show, beyond a shadow of a doubt for me, has always been the end in the voicemail. So when I do leave early and miss them, please know that I always go back and listen and everything else. But, I certainly won't use the term obligation, but I definitely feel, that I'm needed somewhere else, and that's where I've been lately at the tail end of the show. So not just Wednesdays, all the time. So, but thank you so much, and please, 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 I apologize for having to leave all the time.
Yeah, don't even mention it, man. So
not to you. I'm not apologizing to you.
No, I know you. I know. I know you're not mentioning.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess what I'm saying is, I'm pretty sure everyone understands.
I mean, I hope so. I don't want to.
I don't think they're throwing their device down on the ground and say fuck it, I ain't listening now.
Right.
That guy did.
Listen, if they, everybody's stayed through thick and thin. So even if I'm not here, I'm sure they'll hang with the show. Except for Ledger, who when Tiny left doesn't listen to us at all.
No. Is there anything, Mars? Anything else you want to say before you?
No, I just what a great. Really, I didn't think anything could make me smile, but this is totally made me real happy. And thanks, again, Miss M, for not just this, for everything. I'm being boyish. I can't even look you in the eye. But I just really appreciate it. And corny, and everybody's voicemails and everything else. It's just real nice, and I needed this. Right now. So it was real great. And for all my local peeps, I will. I'll hug each and every one of you in real life as you.
And probably a lot of them at Rock and Shock, hopefully.
Yeah, everybody. Rock and Shock this year. I have some big plans that involve. I'll just say the rock show is booked. So if that's the one thing that was keeping you, that rock show is booked for the 13th of October.
October 13th, 14th, and 15th.
Yep.
Make your plans now. Rock and Shock is going to be the biggest party of the year.
Yep, and there'll be some live podcasting, I believe.
Oh,
and,
yep. Live Deadites.
Hopefully some. You
guys can meet Ms. M.
Some comedy, all sorts of maybe going on.
Yeah, lots of good stuff going to go on, for sure. So, all right, we are going to just take a real quick break. We're going to play some Roppongi Vice. Maybe Larry Fine will sing a couple verses, and we're going to say goodbye to these guys. So, we'll be back in just a moment.
We live in a world where even kings have vices. Well, and we are the kings and we are your vice. You see, we're the true kings. The kings of the night. Kings of the light.
Roppongi Vice.
Roppongi. Roppongi. Roppongi lights. Roppongi Vice. Roppongi. Roppongi. Roppongi lights. Roppongi Vice. Roppongi. Roppongi. Roppongi lights. Roppongi Vice. Roppongi. Roppongi.
Beretta and Romero ain't nothing to mess with.
4-finger rings. It says Vice, man, the homeboy mono and we're demon got a sights in. Roppongi streets is what we're reppin'. Chaos is the faction and here is the weapon. Beretta on your side, ha, that's a joke. Beretta on my side, question mark dope. Roppongi nights, Roppongi lights. Kings don't sleep, so don't sleep on the Vice.
Roppongi. Roppongi. Roppongi lights. Roppongi Vice. Roppongi. Roppongi. Roppongi lights. Roppongi Vice. Roppongi. Roppongi. Roppongi lights. Roppongi Vice. Roppongi. Roppongi.
Beretta and Romero ain't nothing to mess with.
Dressed to the nines, eye patch wearing. Fur on the bandana, all the girlies be staring. New best friends. Alright. Shout out to Chucky T. Make it 3 amigos and just add me. Beretta and Romero. We going click clack, all you other juniors. You better step back, forever is forever. You best remember that when Trenty and Asuka walk away with them straps.
Roppongi Vice stays up real late, drinking in hotels like weirdos, and then we go eat McGriddles from Japanese McDonald's super early in the morning.
Rapungi,
Roppongi Vice, Kozlov.
Rapungi lights.
This is in memory of you, buddy.
Rapungi, Rapungi, Rapungi lights. Rapungi vice. Rapungi, Rapungi, Rapungi lights. Rapungi vice. Rapungi, Rapungi.
Beretta and Romero ain't nothing I'm sweet.
Rapungi, Rapungi, Rapungi lights. Rapungi vice. Rapungi, Rapungi, Rapungi lights. Rapungi vice. Rapungi, Rapungi, Rapungi lights. Rapungi vice. Rapungi, Rapungi.
All right, we're back after that quick little...
Mo and Curly ain't nothing to mess with.
We just wanted to say goodbye to Ms. M and to Dynamo. So, thank you, everyone, for... I know I didn't get to all the voicemails yet. We're going to get to them all. But I want to thank everyone for taking the time to leave a birthday greeting for Dynamo. Because, normally, whatever, birthdays aren't really a big deal, but Dynamo's had a pretty rough go of things lately. So, I think it was extra special and meant a lot to him. So, thanks to everyone that took the time to send a greeting. I know that he appreciated it. So, and let's go ahead and play some more voicemail. What do you think, MZ?
I'm down.
All right, let's hear from Arkham Josh.
Trick or Treat Radio, guys. It's Josh from the Arkham Film Society here. Just calling in this week. It's a little bit late as I have been, but I'm pretty sure you guys are still recording. So.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I'll jump right into it. This week's film, Kiyoshi Kurosawa's Creepy. It's a very interesting film. A little bit different for him in some ways, but not in others. It's kind of got his relaxed pacing, and I don't know, for a movie that explains a lot to you, it takes a while for anything to happen. And that is something that you kind of get used to, especially with his earlier films. But it also kind of has like a less fantastic or exciting edge to it, unlike his other films. I found it very interesting, and I thought that the kind of building mystery was a good one. I thought the acting was good. It wasn't quite as stylish as his other films, but it still looked really nice. Overall, I'm going to say this Creepy is definitely a treat and a recommend. Probably could have been a little bit shorter. I can definitely see where, at 2 hours and 10 minutes, it probably could have been easily tightened up by about 10-15 minutes. But overall, I was very satisfied with the viewing, and it was, like I said, a good story, good characters, good acting. Definitely a treat and a recommend. I also wanted to catch up on last week's film, Dig Two Graves. This was a really interesting film. I hadn't heard of it at all, but very glad to have seen it. And I know a lot of times we talk about first-time directors, and Hunter Adams, obviously not a first-time director. Looks like this is his second feature. But for someone who only on their second feature to have this assured a vision and style and storytelling ability is very impressive. So, as I posted last week, Dig Two Graves, also definitely a treat, definitely a recommend. Overall, it was a fantastic film, a really interesting story, wonderful acting all around, and I would definitely be interested in seeing what Hunter Adams does in the future. So, I hope everything's going well for you guys, and hey, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, Josh. Thanks, buddy. I'm glad we could catch up on some reviews.
Yeah.
Always love hearing your thoughts, and glad you dug 2 graves. It's for a lot of people, kind of blindsided people, came out of nowhere. So I definitely think people should check that one out. It was a very interesting flick.
You know what you just said?
What did I just say?
You just said, I'm really glad you dug 2 graves.
Well, maybe he's trying to get revenge on someone.
Yeah, possibly. There's always that possibility.
I have about 8 in the backyard right now.
Well, I know of 3 people who are gonna.
No.
8 heads in a doofle bag.
In a Dusseldorf bag. What the fuck was that? Oh, we still have cake, by the way.
Why didn't he take it?
I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna bring it to his house on Saturday.
You gotta re-gift it.
Re-gift. Dynamite brought some cake. Oh, there's fucking funny bones.
Oh shit, we're keeping those.
Oh, funny bones.
Those are gonna be dangerous here.
Put them in the fridge. You ever do that?
No.
I'll put them in the fridge, dude.
Why?
They're a little cool.
Because then they're cold, man.
Yeah. Just nice little treat. It's a little cold. A little peanut butter. Nice.
Funny bones should become chili bones.
Also, too, I recommend putting a little, you have a little Twizzler, like the licorice, put it in the microwave for 15 seconds. Warms it up.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
It's nice. It's nice, a warm cherry treat.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
You know, it's kind of hard sometimes. It's really hard.
You know what? I'm going to ask you to do something that I've never asked you to do before.
What's that?
Go back outside and have another cigarette.
Listen, I'm going to ask you to eat that funny bone.
I got a bone for you to eat.
Wow.
It's nice talk. Nice fucking birthday show. You ruined the birthday show. You ruined the memories.
Cecil says that was real good of you to dig in those graves. All right, well, let's go to our boy, FTM. First time Mike.
There you go.
What's up, Trick or Treat family? This is First Time
Hey,
Mike.
buddy.
How's everybody doing?
Doing well, man.
This is my review of The Void. I wanted to do it last week, but I got kind of busy with some family stuff. But
can't wait to hear it.
I really enjoyed The Void. I'm not gonna put all my cards out on the table right now. I thought it was a great movie, well worth the wait. On subsequent viewings of it, I watched it twice with my video rental, and I thought that it was a beautiful movie. First of all, a lot of the set pieces were very well done. I call BS on the fact that these were not direct homages to various scenes in movies, because you cannot do something this close to those scenes of movies to the point where the pacing is such where if you put the music from the actual scenes in some of those scenes, they can go beat for beat and the scene unfolds in pretty much the same tempo. I thought that on the subsequent viewings that the background, especially in the last half an hour of the movie, there's a lot of stuff going on that you don't see when you're first watching and experiencing the movie, that you don't see directly, but there's like a lot of background scenes and stuff that I was able to rewind and check out. I'm like, oh, I see this bit and I see that bit, and like some of the makeups alone were great. It's a good, solid 90-minute horror movie, and that's unusual in this day and age, that it's so tight and solid, but rather leaving you room for, I'm like putting in scenes of these people, of stuff that happened like before this, just from bits of dialogue, and the part with the grandfather and the lady. I had some other whole scenario that I was expecting due to seeing other movies. And, stuff didn't go quite how I planned, but all in all, The Void is a great movie. I'm definitely going to pick it up on Blu-ray. Awesome. It's well worth. It's a treat of the highest order.
Yeah.
A platinum chain. I think that's the highest one. I never really did get the unchained
None of us did.
thing. It's a buy it. It's a First Time Mike seal of approval. If you like a good Lovecraftian style movie with a lot of references that you'll get, and it's one that basically there's enough shocks for the newbie, but if you're really into the movies like we are, you see so many more layers in the onion that you can really experience. So The Void, great movie. Do whatever you want to get it. And this is first time Mike saying good night. Wait, I got to wish somebody happy birthday tonight. Happy birthday, Dynamo Mars. Like I said before, I met you guys last year, and, all seriousness aside, even with all the stuff you're going on, you always take the time to, see how everybody else is doing. I see all over, various mutual friends and stuff. You're always taking time out to wish everybody else a good day. And, I mean, you're always, popping in on my Facebook feed and, giving just a simple, hey, this is cool, or, nice or beautiful. Hey, Dynamo, you're a really cool dude. All seriousness aside, all jokes aside and stuff. Happy birthday, my man. Wishing you all the best to you and your missus. Where was I? Oh yeah, this is first time Mike saying good night. Bye.
Awesome, first time Mike. And obviously Dynamo had to run. I just couldn't play all the voicemails. But I will make sure to let him know that is on there, because he's going to go back and listen to the rest. So I'll make sure that he listens to it. But thank you, man. And I'm really glad you dug The Void, because I know you're a fan of the Italian horror stuff. And I was very curious to see what you think, and I'm glad you dug it.
I keep on seeing that The Void is being available only through diabolicdvd.com.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know what that is.
I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with that, but I don't know if it has anything to do with maybe Diabolic maybe having a hand in the making of the film. Throwing some money their way. I don't know. That doesn't sound like it would be there. That's what would happen, but I can't think of any other reason why.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody knows why Diabolic DVD is the only outlet for The Void on Blu-ray, someone chime in, because I have no idea, but that's what I've been seeing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
I actually watched The Void again last Friday with a couple of dudes.
Oh yeah, a couple dudes, three dudes.
Yeah, Music Quest Bob and our buddy the chef. So it's pretty dope. They
nice.
Liked it.
What do they think?
No, they liked it. They actually asked me like, "Oh, have you seen The Void?" And I'm like, "Well, matter of fact."
Well, matter of fact, hey, I saw it before it came out.
To tell you the truth, I really don't know if I've seen it.
He's been good.
Thank you. Let's watch it again for the first time.
So were they impressed when you said, "Oh yeah, I have it"?
Then they busted my chops for not having a Blu-ray player. So,
well, it's not on Blu-ray yet, so
see, exactly. So
they can't bust your chops too hard.
How's your blue now?
All right, well, let's hear from Nicholas.
Oh.
He had some thoughts.
Oh.
I kind of wish Dynamo was here to hear this, but unfortunately he's not. I'll have to tell him to come back and listen, because Nick is going to talk about the much discussed Phantasm.
Why did he buy that?
Well, maybe we'll find out.
Hey, Trick or Treat Radio, Nick here.
Yo!
I wanted to call in to talk about the Phantasm box set, Blu-ray box set I just picked up. And I know this sounds absolutely insane, something you thought I would never say.
Yep.
Nick picking up a Phantasm Blu-ray box set. I know, I've turned heel. And I have reasonings for that. So, I know, I always made a big stink on your show about Phantasm was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Gave it an F, seen it again, gave it about a C, and then when I saw 2 and 3, I actually kind of liked those a little more. So, this is what I thought about. I thought about that, and I thought about grading and rating films for me personally. And I decided that I didn't like how I graded and rated films back then. I was very troll. I was a troll on a lot of films that I just weren't for me, essentially, and there was no reason for me to shit on them because, they're definitely tentpoles in horror. Maybe not tentpoles in horror, but, still very popular in the horror community. And just because they weren't for me, or because I was younger and I don't see them how people, maybe guys your age, would see them, doesn't mean they're bad films at all. So I decided, excuse me, I watched that trailer of showing the box set, and I was like, actually looks really cool. It's a very nice set. It's not Shout Factory. There actually is one Shout Factory disc in there. It's the second one. But I was like, you know what? This is a nice set. I'm a whore for Blu-ray box sets, so I'll pick this up. So I picked this up. I haven't watched any of them yet. I just popped them all in to check them all out, how they look, and they look fantastic. They look fantastic. They all look very good, very clean copies, no static fuzz, nothing. The last one looks pretty terrible, but that's because of CGI. That one's gonna be a rough one. No, I decided, you know, I may not love this series, but I can respect it. I can respect where it came from, what it paved the way for other movies and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm gonna watch. So I don't know if I'm gonna call in every movie review. I know I've done that on a few series, but I don't know, because if I end up not liking some of the other ones, I don't want to, you know, make a reviews for you guys like, oh, I didn't like it. But I will do, if I decide to do that, I'll obviously review it respectfully, because, you know, I own the set now. Like, I think it's an interesting series. It's definitely out there. You know, may not be for me, but I thought, you know what? It's cool enough to own. And it's got that great book. I'm interested in watching a lot of the special features. Cool poster. I wish it wasn't double-sided, just because I kind of like both images. So, but whatever. It'll probably just sit in the box set anyway. But no, it's a very nice set. So if anyone's a diehard Phantasm fan, I would pick this up. It's a little pricey. I think it comes around 80. When it was all said and done with taxes, it was about 86, like 70. So it's a little pricey, but you know, you got all the movies, and that's my biggest thing on a Blu-ray box set is, do I have the whole series? That's what I want. You know, don't even bother getting Fast and Furious, because they're going to keep making those movies, so you'll never have a complete box set. But sorry, this is running long in the tooth, but just wanted to talk about that. But it's a very, very nice box set. Thank you guys. Bye.
Awesome, Nick. That's like on the top 10 things I never thought I'd hear.
Yeah,
Nick
right?
buying the Phantasm fucking Blu-ray box set.
Yeah. Number one is me praising the Phantasm box set.
Well, he's been more vocal about it than you have.
Yeah, because there's really nothing to talk about. But that's me. I mean, that's me. I just don't see any appeal in Phantasm. It just doesn't do anything.
It's no basket case, right?
You bet your ass.
All right. Well, what else we got here for feedback? We have some more from Nick, but it's Mars related.
You want to save that till next week?
I was going to say, should I wait?
Yeah, save it.
All right. I already played 2 from Nick. So, Nick, since you mentioned Dynamo in the subject of your voicemail on the other 2, I'm going to hold off on those. And I think they'd be better served for when Dynamo's here. So let's hold off, and we'll play those next time Dynamo is here, which will be next week. And so we got a few more to wrap up here. Let's hear from our boy, Lucha Josh.
Yes.
Yo, what's up, Trick or Treat Radio? Joshua Lieber here. Just wanted to say I really enjoyed last week's episode. Everything from Monster Zero's Ted Levine impression to Raven Shadow dropping a Papi Chalupa reference. I don't know what it means, but I thought it was funny. It was it had me cracking up. And just also wanted to say I got my copy of Doe for Dynamo.
Oh, nice!
I really like electronic based music, so this is like right up my alley.
Yeah,
it's a bunch of songs too, and they're pretty great. This is like perfect for cruising at night, just bumping this shit like know in your car. It's it's bound to be a good time. I like that song, Penetration. That Dynamo song is great. Conception, The Addict, those are all some of my, just off the top of my head, some of my favorite ones. And also, I think Johnny Wolfenstein, you posted something on Facebook about asking what would be our wrestling entrance music. And like for me, it would, the first thing that popped into my head for my entrance music would be this song right here.
Yeah. I'm gonna spin upside down now. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's dope.
YouTube's gonna love us this week.
Yeah.
This is a really good one, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the first song that popped into my head, and I can just picture myself just running full steam ahead into the match, But yeah, I would have to go with Wild Side by Motley Crue. Anyways, can't wait to hear the show. Thank you guys for the time, and
You all right?
Everything all right there?
holy shit, that was loud as fuck. I'm gonna have to do that over.
No,
Here's take two. Anyways, can't wait to listen to the show. Thank you guys for the time, and talk to y'all later. Bye.
That dude's fucking awesome, man.
I love that dude.
He's got to come up in October.
Let's hope.
Oh, shit. I thought it was like an accident
I
or
know,
something. I was worried.
Yeah.
We're too far away from Anaheim to go check on him.
If you play his music, he's coming to the ring. He's pissed. Hit somebody with a steel chair.
That's a good one, though, Wild Side. So, totally dig that one. All right, so let's go to... Whose phone's vibrating?
It's Massazeros. Should have saw him. He was making laser pictures of himself on his phone. Making little videos.
We have another one from Drive Jacket Mark.
Hey guys, it's Drive Jacket Mark here. Again, I just thought I'd share this little funny story with you because well, I think it's funny. You guys probably laugh too. So last night I had some friends over, a couple of police officers, and and so they know I'm on the FilipinoCupid.com, and for some reason it's like really amusing to them. So I was outside talking on the phone, and my Filipino Cupid was just open on the screen, and you just get hundreds and hundreds of messages from these women, and so they changed my profile to only wanting women that were over 50 to 70, I think they put it. So this morning when I woke up, I just had all these messages from old women, and I was like, what is going on here? Like, why are these old people just loving me? Like, these people that look like my grandmother. And then I get on there, and that's the age group. That's what I'm interested in.
Yeah.
There was even a couple of messages saying, why are you after older women?
Enjoy cookies.
You look pretty handsome. You don't need to be doing this. And I just felt shame. Shame, shame, shame. Anyway, guys, that's all I've got to say. That's my strange life. All right. I'll speak to you soon. Love you.
That dude.
Filipino Cupid.
I love that. It's just the small things in the voicemails that I like. I love the craziness, but I love like the fact that he had cops over his house that are fully aware he's on Filipino Cupid. Like the boy, like it's like Barney Miller. They talk about that all day. Like I don't even know. And how do they know his password? They use some cop code?
Probably.
No, he said he left it open.
Oh, but wasn't it go to like the screensaver pot? You gotta type your password back in?
No, he probably doesn't do that for your home PC.
Oh.
Let's see.
They do that at work.
I do it at my house.
For who?
Let's see.
For Oliver? You don't want Oliver to...
He's on sexybijons.com.
Sexy Bijons.
Let's see.
Bijan freak you know what I mean? He's all into that.
All right. Let's see. Filipino Cupid. Let's look at. Are
you really on it?
No, but I'm on images. I'm seeing.
Drive Jacket
What
Mark?
the hell's going on?
Yeah,
see if
Drive
Drive
Jacket
Jacket
Mark
Market in
picture.
here. Wouldn't that be something? Oh my god.
Whoa, whoa. 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 Whoa.
Sounds interesting.
But you gotta be careful though. You see that thing on the internet where it was someone posted it, like you're a very attractive girl kind of dancing, and then it showed kind of behind the scenes about how the dude like does what he does to make sure that, I don't know what you call it, but the dude just is like a girl, like the Bugs Bunny thing.
Yeah.
And they're very high tech now.
What?
No, I know exactly what he's talking about. I was watching a documentary a couple years ago on Filipino prostitution, and it's quite an elaborate setup.
Yeah.
Because you got the guys dressing up as chicks, and it's just a really bizarre thing going on over there.
Some Roppongi Vice, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Roppongi Vice. All right, we have one more voicemail.
Wow.
Yeah, we had a fuck ton. I guess people like Dynamo.
Oh, well, there's other guys in the fucking show. Just guess who's here? Okay, guess who's still sticking around? I love Dynamo, but listen. Big ups Johnny. Double big ups Raven Shadow. MZ's okay. Something like that.
We had fucking 22 voicemails today.
Well, play it, all right?
I think we did.
Well, we played 21 of them.
We played 21. We need one more.
to finish out the set. All right, so let's hear. Raven Shadow, you're going to be happy about this one.
Yeah?
We heard from someone from another country.
Ooh. Oh, shit. Is it the fucking
From
Finn?
Finland.
Yeah.
Yes.
Vesa from Finland.
Hello, Trick or Treat Radio guys.
What's up, Vesa?
This is Vesa calling once again.
Thanks, buddy.
He's the best.
And I wanted to do a little follow-up on my previous voicemail. And I already recorded this message a few times, but I just keep rambling forever, so I'll try to make it shorter now.
That's fine with us, man.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I was really surprised how affected you guys were by my previous voicemail.
Yeah, man. It's awesome.
I mean, I just did it to show a little of my appreciation for you guys and your show, because it's really important to me. And I didn't expect that it would affect you guys so much. So it's nice to hear that you nice to hear and see that you guys felt my appreciation.
Yeah, man.
For what you do. So that's great. And I did want to mention also that Drive Jacket Mark, he also appreciated a lot of that voicemail, and I just have to say that I love you too, man. You're really awesome, and your voicemails are always the most interesting ones out there.
Yes, but fucking damn
really
sure.
Get into interesting adventures, I suppose. And in the last episode, there was also Ivan from Russia leaving you voicemail, so that's awesome to hear. Someone from kind of close by.
Yeah.
Next door country is also listening to this show, and that's just awesome. If there's any others out there all over the world, leave some voicemail. It's really cool to hear.
Yeah, do it.
About all these awesome listeners you guys have on the show.
Wow.
And I think it was Riku who said he had trouble falling asleep, and I must say that I've had, and I still sometimes have that problem as well. But one thing that has helped me a lot to get asleep at night is to listen to podcasts. It's something to turn your mind off your like work things and other life things, and you just get to listen to about stuff that you are a fan of and you care about, and something that is not too serious or stressful. So
that's us.
I found for a long time now that listening to podcasts at night helps a lot, and I don't even remember the last time when I would have gone to sleep without listening to a podcast. So it's kind of something that I don't know if I can even go to sleep without one anymore.
Interesting. That's cool.
And then I also wanted to talk about The Void a little bit.
Oh, yeah,
I
please.
still haven't seen the film, but I have the UK Blu-ray pre-ordered because it's coming out on the 24th of April, I believe.
Oh, wow. That's a
so
few days.
I should be having it sometime soon. It's also only £10 on Amazon UK at the moment, so not a bad price. And
You're gonna dig it.
That also brings me to a point that you guys review films that are that have come out on VOD, and VOD is not something that I really do at all. I mean, I do watch Netflix sometimes, and usually mainly Netflix series on there, but I'm the physical disc collector kind of guy.
Oh, gotcha. Yep.
So
there you go.
I tend to wait seeing the films you review until I can get it on Blu-ray somewhere. So usually it comes quite a bit later that I can see the films that you talk about. But this one is coming pretty soon, so that's great. And I also want to talk a little bit about other Astron 6 stuff.
Nice. Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, I think the only other film by them that I have seen yet is The Editor, and that is a really fun film for giallo lovers, like I am one of those also.
Nice.
But the one problem with this kind of parodies and like crazy comedies, like this film and The Man with the Naked Gun and Top Secret and so on, is that I think because the films are full of these gags that you have to laugh at constantly, I think it gets tiresome at some point. So I think all those movies are a bit too long. I think like 1 hour would be a perfect runtime for these kind of films.
It's fair.
And it's a kind of funny situation because I love that kind of films, but I also think that all of them are too long, in my opinion. I haven't heard anyone else share that feeling of them, but do any of you feel that way about such comedies as I do? Would be interesting to hear that. And then I also have one question for each one of you guys.
Okay.
Do you have any like hidden gem movies that you love, but nobody ever really talks about, or something like that? It would be interesting to hear.
Okay.
And then I want to talk about one more thing, which is the most important one, and that is that I wish all the best to you, Dynamo, and your family. It really sucks that you have to go through that kind of disease. I mean, cancer sucks. There's nothing worse in the world than that. It's a city disease. But I'm rooting for you guys, and I hope it all goes well and you don't go in too much depth with the hospital pills and stuff. And I did just buy the Door for Dynamo album on Bandcamp just before
awesome, man.
starting
Thank you.
to do this voicemail. So I haven't got to listen to it yet, but I will definitely listen to it in my car next time I'm driving. It sounded really awesome. From the little tidbits that I heard on your last show. But yeah, that is all for now. All the best to you guys. You are awesome. See you next time. Bye.
Jesus.
Awesome, man. I don't even know where to start with that.
I know. It's a lot of...
First off, Vesa,
covered a lot of ground there.
Yeah. First off, Vesa, thank you, man. Thank you so much for taking the time. I know it took you a couple times to try to record that, and I think you did a great job in fitting everything in a short time. So we appreciate that. And so first off, talking about how it impacted us, and yeah, man, like that's, I think for us, like it's hard for me to say. I don't ever like really pat myself on the back or anything like that, so it's hard for me to even like say. But I think one of the things that people have said about us is that it's really easy to call in because you already feel like you're a part of things, you know, and I don't know how we make it like that, but I guess if people feel welcome, that is fucking great.
Yeah.
And we appreciate every single thing, whether you guys send us a tweet, whether you comment on a Facebook thread, whether you take the time to write an email, or you take the time to send a voicemail like you just did, Vesa. That to me is the ultimate, you know, it's just the ultimate, like, people take their time to share something with us. Like, everyone has busy fucking days, and we understand busy lives, and it takes a lot to just send something like that. It's not like, you know, like, oh, okay, I'm just going to send it. It's part of your routine. You have to physically go out of your way to do that. And I am always going to be incredibly, you know, impressed and just really thankful for it. So
humbled, really.
Yeah.
No, it's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
So first off, that's the big thing is, and the other one is, yeah, like, you know, he loved hearing from Ivan from Russia, you know, and like, and he's imploring other people from other countries to send in voicemail.
Yes.
And we would never demand it. That's just one thing. I
fucking do it.
Yeah.
No, I
if
would
there's
never.
somebody from Liechtenstein,
Get on
go
the
out
phone,
there
asshole.
and do it.
Get on the fucking phone.
I would never demand anyone do that. But if you guys just heard Vesa and heard him ask, our other listeners want to know, because that's one of the great things is Vesa and Ivan, you know, obviously Russia and Finland are not super, super close, but in proximity, the countries are relatively close.
Yeah, they're a lot closer to each other than they are to us.
Yeah. So for Vesa, it was cool hearing Ivan call from Russia because he's closer, you know, and it's just cool to make these connections because a lot of us are, we were lucky. Like the four of us on this show were lucky because we have been friends for 20 plus years now. Mm-hmm. And, you know, we've always sort of had this camaraderie where we've had a lot of things in common. And I understand that is kind of the exception. We have folks like, you know, I don't want to single anyone out necessarily because we could go on a while, but just one I'm going to use as an example is our buddy Dane from Australia. And I remember when he first called in and he said that he didn't really have people to talk about movies with. And that's why he loves the show and other shows like it, because we're making the world a lot smaller, you know, because our voice is out there for the world to hear. It is bringing people together in a way that I never even imagined. So for that, I mean, we are incredibly thankful, and I'm glad that it came across that you saw that and you felt that we were gracious, because it's absolutely true. So I'm thankful that you feel, you know, like I feel weird saying I feel thankful that you feel thankful, you know, whatever. But go ahead, Rachel.
I looked at Finland on a map because of Vesa. I was like, where's that fucking place? I'm gonna go. No, it's super dope. We got fucking Trick or Treat Radio International going on.
Yeah, we need an international
chapter.
Yeah. Real quick before I continue on with Vesa's voicemail. Drive Jack and Mark said, I just raised my beer in the air. I love that guy. I need to find him on Facebook. Look me up, dude. So I actually sent Drive Jack and Mark you can do like friend suggestions. So I just suggested Vesa to him on Facebook. Hopefully you're cool with that, Vesa. But since you two both, you know, have, you know, an affinity for each other's voicemails, I figured that, you know, make that connection, make it happen.
I don't even know if we're friends on Facebook or not. I don't know.
From what I understand, I don't think Vesa is very active on there.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm friends with Vesa on Facebook.
Oh.
Wow. You actually knew how to take a friend request or send a friend request?
I got a lot of friends on Facebook. Oh, I know how to delete them too. Guess what, asshole?
So
lost the list.
So that is cool. And anyone out there, if there's anyone out there, like if you're, I don't know, let's say you're in China, you're in South Africa, I don't know. We have people listening all over the world now. If you're in one of these places and you'd like to leave a voicemail, just leave a quick one. You don't have to go nuts, or say too much. Just say hi and let us know you're out there. And I'm sure people like Vesa and Ivan and all these other people in the world, just, we want to know that it's cool to hear it, So if you guys do want to leave us a voicemail, please, by all means, do it. Otherwise, it's not a big deal. We love that you're even just listening to us. That's fantastic. So that was one thing Vesa said. Vesa also had some kind words for Drive Jack and Mark, which is awesome. And so Vesa was talking about comedy in movies. So he'd kind of, the editor was one of the ones that he mentioned. Do you guys find it distracting when? Go ahead, Rave Shadow.
I'm sorry, finish your point, but I got something after this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys find it distracting when jokes maybe take front and center over substance in a movie? Or I guess in this case, the editor, for us, we loved it, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But we understand the Astron 6 thing, and I don't know, like for us it worked, but I could see how that would not work for someone. I could see how the jokes could get in the way of a good story. So I totally understand that, Vesa. And for me, I'm trying to rack my brain, and I can't think of too many. Horror comedy is a slippery slope because it could be done very poorly.
And more often than not, it does end up becoming poor. It does end up poor.
Yeah.
But when it's done right, it's done very, very well. Very well. Look at Evil Dead 2.
Oh, yeah.
Return of the Living Dead. I guess, early Peter Jackson.
I guess the big thing about those, though, is that they were story first and the jokes were just part of the entire story,
Correct.
Well, I think what Vesa was saying was he was talking about like parodies, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, like the editor, for those who haven't seen it, is like an homage.
It's true. It is. There's a difference between a comedy and a parody.
So you're talking about parodies. So you talk about like student bodies or
no. Like remember he cited Naked Gun and Top Secret. So I mean, like let's take it back.
Those are both parodies, by the way.
I know. That's why I'm talking about the conversation about parodies.
Go ahead. Continue.
You're pretty.
I'm tired. What do you want from me?
But no, exactly. But like, let's not to be like, well, when I was young, we had better parodies. But I think like Blazing Saddles was a kind of parody of like westerns, but like it was its own story, right?
Sure.
And,
yeah.
And I think when I talked, he gave it time to breathe. But as we got into like,
they're more derivative now, I think.
Right, and then we get to like Scary Movie or whatever those ones are, or Hollywood Picture. It's just, all right, insert Jack Sparrow. Here's pop culture reference.
Yep.
Here's Wayne's Brothers. Here's
you're talking about like Date Movie and
like
he said like the you mentioned the movies, like was it the Scary Movie ones and stuff like that?
Yeah, where it's just we're riffing off this.
They're basically rip-offs.
Yeah.
But turning them, like they're basically taking that premise, turning it on its head and making it funny, so it's in essence it is a spoof and a parody, but it's very derivative of the source material, whereas something like The Editor maybe is a slightly different because it is its own story, but it apes a lot of the
tropes.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas I think a straight up parody like you'd mentioned, I've never seen them, but Scary Movies, I mean, they look like they're just straight up like ripping off scenes and situations, but making them
it's really kind of like the Sam Raimi effect, where like even in the Evil Dead films, there's a lot of gore and blood going on, and there's a lot of seriousness going on, and at least in one of the films anyway. And they use the Three Stooges method, where they would just take a situation, add a Three Stooges style type of comedy bit to it, and make it comical and gory at the same time. And in the Scary Movie world, they play by that same moniker. They just take a serious a serious horror situation, then they just make it funny by using some, I don't know, like well, actually they have used a couple of Three Stooges, if I remember correctly, in the Scary Movie movies. But they'll borrow from that and try and make that funny, you know. And, I mean, personally, I don't find it funny. I never found the Scary Movies funny at all.
Yeah, no, it's just insert Scream cameo and he gets the Scream
guy
gets kicked in the balls.
Yeah,
And
when you get James Woods or Shaquille O'Neal or Dr. Phil, you know.
Drive Jacket Mark has a good one. Dale Tucker Must Die.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. Dale and Tucker must die.
Tucker and Dale.
Tucker and Dale must die.
I was just kidding because Raven Shadow once said Dale Tucker must die.
I don't know what it was.
So no, it's Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Yes. But he said that's a good one.
But I do agree. I guess, you know, I mean, I think movies are way too long anyway. In general.
I think if it's done with, in the case of the editor, for me that was done with a reverence of the source material, and they were just kind of aping on a lot of that stuff. And whereas I honestly think a film like Scary Movie is a money grab, a cash grab, where it's done to capitalize on something that's popular just to make it funny.
Yeah, the editor is a completely different animal. Not to mention the fact I think the people who are responsible for the editor are far more intelligent.
Oh yeah,
than anybody that was attached to the Scary Movies.
I think that's what it comes down to, is really like, what is the purpose of making it? Is it to pay homage to what came before it and to take it in a different spin, or is it to just capitalize on something that's popular? So I think in that case, that for me is the determining factor. That's why I really have no interest in a lot of those spoof movies like Scary Movies or whatever. You know, I haven't seen any of them, but I just didn't have any interest. But a movie like, just because we keep using this one, like The Editor, for me, that is filmmakers that I love doing a genre that I love, and they also love it. So for me, all around, it's okay, I get it. This is in their style. They're telling this story, referencing all these Italian movies. Cool. I love it. You know, but I can absolutely see why it might not work for people.
Spaceballs.
Really, any you name any Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks is like the king of parody.
Right.
You know what though? That's a good point, because that does blur the line.
Yeah.
Because he is a very talented filmmaker, very talented writer, but in a way he is doing it as a cash grab. So it's almost in the middle, because he is just a fucking phenomenal talent. Like, he is unbelievable. And he makes funny movies regardless. He's one of the funniest fuckers out there.
Right.
Oh yeah, sure.
But I think he's walked the line between like either doing genres or doing like, you know, I mean,
no, it's a good one. Yeah.
As a kid, I wanted Lone Star action figures.
Lone Star,
you know, like that was
so Lone Star.
It was pretty dope, right?
So now I'm forgetting Vesta's other questions. I may have to go back and
seeing the films you review until I can get it on Blu-ray somewhere. So
he was talking about, so it is coming out on Blu-ray soon, obviously. In that case, he verified
The
it.
Void, yes.
Yeah. And he was talking about how he's a collector, which I think is great. For me, I haven't collected DVDs, Blu-rays in a long time, because it's mostly a space thing for me. I have a relatively small apartment, and I just don't have the space for that stuff. And I can easily put it on a hard drive, stored on a hard drive, and just stream it to my devices.
Yeah, but I like to have it physical. You know, I
Oh,
like to read the
believe me,
the notes and.
Believe me, I get it. It's just, you know, like, if space were an issue, what would you do? Would you just make room? Or?
I would make room.
All right. Well,
that's what I'm going to be doing in a couple of months. So
good choice.
That's true. So
let's see how well that theory holds up in a couple of months.
Yeah. All right. So
usually,
let's go.
I mean, I think the only other film by them, like this film, and constantly, I think it gets time for. Also think that all of them are too long, in my opinion. I haven't heard anyone else share that feeling of them, but do any of you feel that way about
All right, here we
such
get
comedies
to the
as I do.
questions.
Would be interesting to hear that. And then I also have one question for each one of you guys. Do you have any like hidden gem movies that you love, but nobody ever really talks about, or something like that? It would be interesting to hear.
Hidden gems. Whew.
A hidden gem?
Yeah, one that you love that no one really talks about.
I got one that just came to mind. I mean, I think we talked about a lot of them over
Yeah.
the last couple of years and episodes.
Yep.
But this sounds weird. It's another flick that Tron and I really came across surprisingly back in the Manor days. Along with like your Pootie Tang, Favorite Black Hat, Great White Hype, was Nurse Betty.
Okay.
Oh God. Yeah.
With Renee Zellweger, is that it? Greg Kinnear, Chris Rock, Morgan Freeman. It completely dismissed it when it was in theaters, but it's actually a pretty. Aaron Eckhart. Aaron Eckhart is in it.
If you say so.
I saw so. He's Two-Face. Thank You for Smoking. But no, it's like it almost seems like a rom-com, but it actually gets pretty hardcore. There's amnesia, there's a love story, and there's Morgan Freeman and Chris Rock running amok as bounty hunters who cut people's scalps off. But it's a touching story, nevertheless. And check it out, Nurse Betty. I enjoyed it.
Did you come up with anything, MC?
Well, it's ironic because lately on Facebook they've been passing around this list of favorite movie that you like, movie that you hate, director, drama, comedy, whatever. So, I answered it, and I guess this would be like movie I secretly love, and I did this today. So the movie that I secretly love, and I do love this movie, is Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. It's a really great flick. It's really awesome.
Is that Dolly Parton?
Dolly Parton, Burt Reynolds, Dom DeLuise, Charles Durning.
Charles Durning point. Yeah.
And Jim Nabors. It's a fantastic musical. I love it. It's you get Dolly Parton's playing a prostitute. There's a very small cameo by Kitten Natividad in it. But Dolly Parton plays like the head of the prostitutes, and she's in corsets throughout the entire movie, which is always tolerable. And at its soul, it's just a really good musical. Ironically, it does have its horror. There's a horror theme involved. Not a horror theme, but there's a horror connection. The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, the whorehouse itself.
Last House on the Left.
No. Was
Last Whorehouse on the Left.
The last whorehouse
was reused in House of a Thousand Corpses. Right? So there you go. There's that.
Wow.
But it's at its heart, it's just about a cop that falls in love with a whore. But it's a great
timeless
flick.
tale.
It is. It is.
It's
it's for the kids and everything. But it's really a great flick. I love it.
Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
All right. Well, I got 3.
Top 13.
No. They're gonna be quick. 2 of them probably do get talked about in certain circles. One of my favorite all-time movies that I don't really hear people talk about enough is Dark City.
Word, yeah. We saw that in theaters, Johnny.
That's right.
You and I.
I worked at the theater at the time.
Yeah.
I saw it 6 times, I think.
The first time.
It was directed by Alex Proyas, who also did The Crow. And I fucking love that movie. It is a cinematic masterpiece, I think.
Yep.
So love that one. But that's not one that, I think that one gets talked about fairly well. Another one that, if you listen to this show, you I don't shut up about is Della Morte Dell'Amore, a.k.a. Cemetery Man. As far as horror movies go, I don't think that one gets the play that it should. I think it's a gorgeous fucking movie. It is brilliantly made. I definitely think that everyone that has not seen it should definitely check it out. Della Morte dell'Amore is the Italian name, and in the States it was known as Cemetery Man. And the last one we'll talk about, this one is one that probably not many people have seen. And it's a sci-fi thriller from 2008. It's called Dante 01. And it was directed by Mark Caro. And you guys may know that name. Junet and Caro were a filmmaking team that did
Amelie?
Nope.
City of Lost Children.
City of Lost Children, and they also did Delicatessen.
That's right. That's
two brilliant movies.
Yes.
And then the two of them split. They made a few movies, but they split. And then Jean-Pierre Jeunet went on to do Amelie, went on to do a whole bunch of other movies. Amelie is one of my favorite films too, by the way. But Mark Caro, the other half of that directing duo, went on to make a film called Dante 01, which is a science fiction movie. It stars Lambert Wilson, and it also features Dominique Pignon, who was in Delicatessen and City of Lost Children.
Gerard Pignon.
And it also has, to make a connection to Cemetery Man, Francois Haji Lazaro.
That's right.
Who plays Nagi in that movie. He plays a character named Moloch. And I haven't seen this in a couple years. I think I'll probably due for a rewatch, but
isn't he also in Dark City?
I think so.
I think he is.
I don't know. I'll look it up.
I think he is.
But unfortunately, it's the last movie that Mark Caro made, so I don't know if he's just done with films. But it was the last movie that he was involved in any way, I believe. So it'd be a shame because I think he was a quite a good director, and obviously Jean-Pierre Jeunet had gone off to do some bigger films. So let's take a real quick look at Francois Haji Lazaro's filmography, and he was in Brotherhood of the Wolf. I remember him in that. Yeah. What was the movie you said he might have been in?
Dark City? Wasn't he in? I'm almost certain he was.
Nah.
No?
Nope.
Nagi?
Nope.
Oh, I could have sworn he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
drive me home, please.
Well, Richard O'Brien was in Dark City.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
That I do know.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
I gotta watch that again. I keep always like, I'm gonna watch Dark City again. Something distracts me.
Yeah, I acquired the director's cut of it, which I've never seen. So I'm interested in seeing that. And my girl T-Dog has never seen it, and she's a big mark for The Crow. You know, so she likes Alex Proyas's work. So that's one we're going to have to definitely check out soon. But yeah, Dante 01 is, I'm not going to say it's going to set the fucking world on fire. It's not the best movie, but it's a sci-fi movie that if you haven't seen and you love sci-fi movies, I would definitely recommend it. It's a French film, so, you know, if you're into reading subtitles, go for it. So in the chat room, Drive Jack and Mark says, I will lead him down a spiral of destruction, referring to Vesa. I don't know if that's a good idea, Drive Jacket. And he also said, because you guys are just normal dudes, that's why, and referring to why people like to call in, like us or whatever. So,
thank you.
And Cecil says, your typical whore cop flick. Talking about a little whorehouse. And he also said, Roger Ebert loves Dark City so much, his commentary on it's great. Interesting. I've never heard Roger Ebert talk about it.
Huh.
That's cool though. I'll have to look into that. And he also said, "We'll check out Dante 01." Cool. Check it out, Cecil. Let us know what you think if you dig it. And let's go back to Vesta's voicemail. I think that was it for us. He had something to say about Dynamo, but let's just check.
And then I want to talk about one more thing, which is the most important one, and that is that I wish all the best to you, Dynamo.
Okay, so that wasn't part of the question. So, Vesta, once again, thank you so much. We really appreciate you taking the time to leave us that awesome voicemail and to give us your thoughts on everything that's transpired since we heard from you last. And you know, like I said, call in whenever you can. We love hearing from you, buddy. So, and I hope you don't mind. I just suggested that Drive Jacket Mark be your friend on Facebook. So,
just be careful. Be smart.
When he tells you to go to sleep with your door unlocked, be a little cautious about that, okay? Yeah. I don't know if Finland's quite the same as Australia, so.
I think they're nice over there, right?
Yeah, I think they're really nice.
Yeah, like they have no problems.
I mean, if they're anything like Vesa, then yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I'm fucking going.
You going to Finland?
I'm going to Finland. I know where it is now. I put a little
Where?
tack on the map.
I looked at a globe.
It's across the way. It's on the fucking right.
The Golden
Yeah.
Globes.
Yeah. I'm like
Good.
that.
I'm gonna Uber my way over there.
He doesn't even fucking know what Uber is.
Yeah, Ubo Kerr.
What?
Yeah, wasn't he the actor in Blade?
No.
Yeah, he's not Ubo Kerr.
Udo.
I love that dude. He's got pissed off at Steven Dorff.
Fuck.
I know it's not. I know it's Udo Kerr.
He was also in The Editor.
He was, yeah. No one else was in the editor? Connor fucking Sweeney.
Connor's weenie.
Connor's weenie.
That's an excellent penis you have.
That's an excellent penis you have. This is turning out to be a great night after all.
All right, so I think that's it. We're gonna wind down here. So, once again, thank you everyone coming out in full force. This was fucking crazy.
Thank you.
22 voicemails.
Jesus.
And we didn't have too many repeats of people. So thank you guys so much. I know Mars isn't, he left a little bit early, but I know it probably meant the world to him because he actually had a really shitty day today. Not birthday related, other real world shitty things going on. And it just so happened that this happened to fall on a really bad day for him. So I think he really, really appreciated it. And for everyone out there who has been buying the Doe for Dynamo compilation, thanks guys.
Dope.
It's really cool. And I know there's someone out there, I don't know if they're a listener of the show, gave quite a bit of money for that compilation. So it's really cool that people are giving more than the $7. If you guys have it, please do. And thank you guys for all your support and everything for everything we do. And we probably will eventually get a Patreon up and going. That's kind of in the works. And I almost feel bad asking for people, but when we do ask for help, whether it be a fundraiser to move into the studio or a fundraiser to get air conditioning, or when someone on the fucking show has cancer or whatever, like everyone is just so fucking nice. And it blows me away every single time. So that's why, I hesitate to do the Patreon because we have all this other stuff going on. And, it's more important for Dynamo to have the money right now. So, but we will get the Patreon up and running eventually. And I know that you guys will probably, impress us more than I ever imagined. So, all right. So no, I don't think there's really much going on Twitter. There's just a couple things. Dig Two Graves had tweeted out at us and thanked us for talking about their flick.
Nice.
Which is cool. And someone asked El Goro if he had checked out The Void, and he replied and said, yep, went on Trick or Treat Radio with the Deadites to talk about it. Damn good time, damn good movie. And he linked the episode there. So thank you for that, El Goro. And I believe that might do it. What do you guys think?
I think you're right.
Yeah,
you want to go to bed, MZ?
Yes, I do.
And Raven Shadow, you got a couple beers you have to throw down?
Oh my lord, yeah. Now I'm fucking off
You
the
lubed
clock,
up?
baby. I'm getting
Off
lubed
the
up.
clock.
Yeah, now it's like
He's about
gonna party.
He's about 2 6-packs behind right now.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be exciting.
All right, MZ, why don't you go ahead and say goodbye?
Arrivederci, douchebags.
Raven Shadow.
Live fast, love hard, die with your mask on.
Wherever you go, children, there you fucking are. All right. Happy birthday to Dynamo. Thank you, everyone, once again, for your contributions, whether it's just by listening to the show, tuning in live, leaving us voicemail, listening to the podcast, telling your folks about it. Well, not your
Hey,
folks.
Mom, I have a new podcast I like.
Why is there porn on my phone when I look it up? So thank you to Ms. M for coming in and hanging out.
We've had some girls in the studio, man.
I know.
It's nice.
It is nice. Just nice to have, people here. It's awesome. So thank you, everyone. You guys are the fucking best. Next week, we are going to be reviewing a flick called A Dark Song. And I'm sure we'll have some other tricks up our sleeves. But we will see you guys then. We thank you so much for everything and for calling in and everything you guys do. You guys are awesome. Thank you.